Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor. I don't know what episode it is, but what else is new?
66.
66? Is that what you said? Because you just cut out.
Yep. 66.
Okay. Episode number 66. Last week, the team re-entered the Cauldron of Purity, which has now transformed in many ways, lifted up into the face of the giant statue that was once crying down over the bowl. Now, eye level seems to be peering and watching intently as what happens. The team, after re-entering, reunited with the Biting Barge, found a little bit of rest there, and then reconvened at the Gap, where they hired the team of the Jabberoo, the crew, to take them on a little sailing trip out to the edge so that they can enter one of the two other cauldrons. With that, the team had many discussions and had an actual RP session. It was very nice. And then I believe the last thing that had happened was Mitnir had finally stopped having a staring contest with the statue, and Oren, after waking up, could have sworn he saw the statue blink. And that's where we're going to find ourselves starting today's session. So you've come to consciousness, Oren. You just looked at the statue. You're like, and you looked, and the statue, you could have sworn it was blinking, but then you were blinking at the same time, so it's just kind of that awkward weirdness. But yes, you guys are currently sailing, and you should be arriving somewhere within the next half a day or so. But you are on the open seas, headed towards the edge of the bowl.
And that's why we think Grim might be evil.
Meanwhile, Grim is on the other side of the boat.
Just like,
What has Grim been doing this entire
pretty good
time?
argument.
Oh, wasn't I asleep for most? Wait, no, we were. Were we sleeping? And we slept on the barge. Never mind. I don't know. He's just rowing. Are we rowing? Do I need to row?
We don't need to row.
Then he's just there.
This is an airship that isn't off the ground by any means. It's currently being gusted by the captain.
He doesn't really care too much. Again, he's just, whatever.
All right, so you're just chilling.
They call him evil. He's be like, all right, whatever. I don't care.
Make me a perception check. Or actually, what's your passive perception?
Like
19.
a villain.
19? I would say that you probably hear your name come up a few times, but it probably... Yeah.
Probably nothing.
What does everybody else like? What they like to do with their time? You can see now there is no more land around you. You've cleared the island itself, and you are sailing out into just the open ocean, which you can see the horizon, but beyond the horizon is just this face that is just constantly there. So it's just like this face staring at you in the horizon as I believe it was morning time? Yes, it should be morning because Oren went to bed at like midnight or something, whereas you guys woke up like really early in the morning.
Yeah. Is Cleary around?
Yeah, Cleary's around. He was just talking to Bropsy. He's on the other side of the ship.
It occurred to me that I've written like a song for everybody in the group except Cleary. So, Cleary?
He's like, it's true though. He's actually... Yes. Oh, sorry. Hi. Yes.
I have a question.
I have an answer, probably.
Do you like the ocean? Or is it more of a, like, I never want to go back kind of thing? Because I know just because you can be in the ocean doesn't mean you like being in the ocean.
I think pretty specifically I dislike the ocean, but I tolerate it well enough. I'm not throwing up anymore. Um,
Well, is it different? I mean, being on a boat and having to ride the waves is one thing. Is it different if you're actually underwater? Like, do you still get
I
seasick?
prefer really not to go underwater. It's not
Okay.
a seasickness thing. It's the way it makes my head feel, because when the rest of you breathe, you've got your little bubbly head things. It actually enters my lungs. Have you ever experienced having your lungs fill with a substance that isn't air before? It's
Well-
highly unpleasant when you're used to spending all your time around books. But more importantly, when I was very, very young, I had a estate by the sea. Rising waters got into my private reserve library and made my books soggy, and very particularly ruined a very nice painting that was laying on the ground.
I see. So you have like a personal feud with the ocean.
I
Why
think
was
I
it
have a...
painting on the ground.
Well, when you make large quantities of art, and sometimes you store them in a nice dry place, like a cellar, just between slats, keeping them separated, but they're ground level. There's no reason to rise them above. But it's a proper place to store them and keep them safe. However, when the water rises and then enters it, we lost somewhere around 80 platinum worth of artwork.
That I can see why you would hold a grudge about that. That's a lot of money.
Well, it really isn't. It only ruined the one painting entirely. The other ones we were able to fix up a bit.
I see. Well, what would you say is like your
Y'all are a weird fucking group of people. Hippo just...
Yeah, well,
He just walks
Oh,
by
what?
you, just says it in passing.
they say weird like it's a bad thing. Actually, that happened. I've heard that a lot actually my whole life. People saying weird like it's a bad thing. All right, Clary, what would you say is like your favorite thing then? Like you like art, obviously, but like something about you that I don't already know.
Well, I mean, sculpting is my primary focus in art. I prefer it to other art forms, although painting is probably what I'm best at. I'd like to step into the world of sculpting.
Do you like sculpting because you're not as good at it? It provides a challenge. It's something that
I think it's because you can capture something in three-dimensional form that you just can't.
all the shadows and the
two-dimensionally.
texture.
It's something about giving life to art that you can't do. Although obviously things have changed for me, I guess that the desire of my magic has manifested in such a way that when I do use magic, I create something two-dimensional that becomes three-dimensional. And I think that's a big part of me is reaching that three-dimensional point, and bringing life to art. He's gonna keep talking about this forever. I mean,
she'll like she's just like zoning out. But she's thinking about the like, well, okay, that gets rid of that idea. I had a beautiful piece about the ocean, but if he doesn't like the ocean, I can't really put that into his song.
The ocean's totally fine. Love the ocean. Favorite thing in the world. Go ahead and play your ocean songs.
Well, we've spent a lot of time on the water lately, so I've had a lot of thoughts and feelings about water. But, it doesn't have to be a song that you find inspiring. It'll just be a song. And then I'll try to write one that speaks more to you. But I might have to think a bit more about it.
Don't worry about it whatsoever. I'm perfectly fine with my own... Yep. Stares off to the horizon awkwardly.
All right. Well, Seti will go find some place to sit and like just kind of tinker away with her various. She's got like 5 instruments, I think. She'll just like tinker between all of them and like.
Just one-man band over there,
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything anybody else would like to do? No. You do see that there's a halfling, sort of swinging around, up in the, it's hard to describe really, the sort of Zeppelin section of the ship. They seem to be climbing around, sliding down the side of the balloon, and then coming down to ship level. And you hear them say, "Ooh, actually, what was their name?" Because I don't remember if they were male or female or fucking anything, honestly.
Oh, I will say
Fucking
I'll be
anything.
working on my gauntlet today to finish it off.
Okay, yeah.
It's
It'll
6
be
hours. So.
yeah, it'll be about 6 hours. At least 6 hours. It'll be about 12 hours probably till the actual edge.
Grim was making a nonsense potion.
So go ahead and make me a crafting check, which is your intelligence plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
D20.
Ooh, that's a 27.
As you begin moving it and sorting it into position, you feel this last piece click into place. And as you do, you're like, check it over, and you realize that was it. That was the last piece. You look at it, you remove the cartridge, test it, it slides back in and back out perfectly. As if this thing was not a prototype, but something that has been made 1,000 times. So it is effectively ready to attempt to use.
Yeah, once it's all ready, I'm gonna have it put it on, and then I'm just gonna try shooting it up to the crow's nest and seeing if I can.
So there isn't a crow's nest to be seen, again, because there's the Zeppelin that sort of goes above the ship, like the big balloon.
Okay,
so there's
then
this,
I will,
but there are like ropes and stuff and little walkways and pathways and things climbing up this balloon.
We're still in the water, right?
Yes,
Or we're hovering a little bit above the water or something like that.
you're in the water. The balloon itself helps raise and lower it when it's in the sky. It's not the necessary thing that makes it fly, though. It is not enough to make it fly, I would say.
I need to test it somehow. I guess he'll just have to wait for now until an opportunity arises where he can test it.
Okay. Meanwhile, you should be able to. Did I tell you how much it costs per use? Aquam wise?
It's 5 per canister.
Okay.
Refill each day at dawn. Well, I guess that doesn't make sense. I could refill it whenever I need to, right? It just costs
Yeah, you
5.
could. Yeah, as long as you put the 5 aquam in, it needs time to incubate the aquam and change it into the proper gas that's necessary for the machine. Right.
Okay.
So you can put it in afterwards, and you've only got 1 canister right now, or
I think I had 2. I think I had to spare, so I could swap it.
so you have 2 canisters, which means you have there are 5 uses each. It's only going to take 1 aquam per use, and then
okay.
yeah, so it's 1 aquam per use, and so you can use it 5 times a day per canister, and the canisters require 5 aquam and a long rest to recharge. And it's line of sight 60 feet is its range. And it can pull you in within that same round. Or
And there's a release button too.
yeah, well, it doesn't actually use a physical thing. It uses aquam to create it, so it literally just turns into water. As you detach it, it just dissolves into nothing.
Gotcha.
Did you make a hook shot?
Kinda.
Huh.
So there you go.
during
sorry.
that 6 hour thing, I think I'm gonna take that hunk of log or whatever that I used way back when.
Oh
and
yeah,
start,
yeah.
Like trimming it down to like
The one that came out of the living tree.
yeah, that I
Okay.
used that carried like everyone around on while we ran around town and everything.
Sure.
I'm
I wanna
also
start-
using it as my weapon.
Yeah, I want to start taking the hunk I use though and would like work it down to like a bow staff size, so it's like an actual usable thing. So
Sure.
between like my carving tools, nothing fancy yet, just reducing its size to just like a bow staff length.
Yeah, sure. That's easy enough to do. Go ahead and make me a. Ooh. You don't have any like carpentry or tinkers or any of that.
I
do
have
you?
carving tools.
Oh yeah. Well then, yeah. Roll with proficiency then.
Is that just off the top here? Or
It's
how do
going to
you-
be dexterity and proficiency
So I just add my proficiency to a dex
to a
roll?
dex roll. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, a whole 13.
13. It's serviceable. It's a little bit jagged, but it is equally. The diameter of the staff is consistent straight through, so you don't feel like there's a thicker part or a thinner part. Except for at the end, it's sort of like gets a little bit more crooked and a little thicker. But you're like, yeah, that's good for clubbing.
Yeah, work in progress. I'm gonna do more to
yeah.
it eventually, but yeah.
It's pretty smooth though. Like you didn't mess up in any way.
And that's
serviceable.
what I'm working on. Yeah.
Yeah, that considering the size of the wood that you're shaving down and how long, that would probably take you the full time to do. So you just sit there just carving away at it. But it will take you the whole time. That anybody else want to do any other projects while this is going on?
Propsy, studying Draconic.
Okay.
I forgot we were doing
Conversation
that.
while I carve.
All right.
Both of the
Yeah,
people that
I was teaching you.
both of the people that normally teach you Draconic are currently busy with other projects.
I mean,
I
can
am
talk in-
harassing them.
I can talk in Draconic while carving. That's
Tell me
easy.
what you're doing.
Okay, so go ahead and make me a roll, Nikita.
Yeah.
An intelligence with just roll an intelligence check and do it with disadvantage because you're being half taught by Mitnir while he's carving.
You need me to roll it? Is that what you said?
Please.
No, oh yeah, she needs you to.
Oh, okay.
I just had a soda explode in the freezer.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, can't forget about those.
Intelligence check?
Yeah, just intelligence, flat intelligence.
15? Not bad.
15? I will give you the full time. Did you roll with disadvantage?
Oh, no.
Okay, roll with disadvantage.
Ooh.
7? Okay, so you're going to get half the time. So Mitnir's going to be working on this for, like, let's say about 9 hours for his staff, and you're going to get 4.5 hours of practice
Okay.
and learning. But it'll take you the full time. Meanwhile, Seti, are you just working on... What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just going to keep playing music, I guess.
All right, so
Quick
here's...
question.
Hmm.
How do you officially spell Aquam?
Aquim.
Okay.
Aquim.
Aquim.
Okay. I would've
But they
put a
pronounce
U
it
in there.
Aquium a lot as well. And it's spelled differently when it's pronounced. It's basically like colloquialism,
Mhm.
where some areas call it Aquim, and some people call it Aquium, and some people just refer to it as AE.
So how about aluminum and aluminium?
Aluminium, exactly. It's just like that, but it's because they're all from different areas, and different dialects.
I'm just creating.
So some of them are right, and
Right.
some of them are
Yes,
really,
Jeff.
really wrong.
Yeah. So you're working on music. Cleary is sitting there bothering. You can hear the dwarf saying, "No, I don't have time to teach you how I'm doing this. I'm working on it." It's like, but it's really intriguing. How do the mechanics work? So you guys hear it's lively. people are getting things done. The captain is periodically setting the sails, and pretty much it seems like her and the halfling that's flitting around are the only people actually sailing this ship. Which they seem busy, but not too overwhelmed. But the dwarf spends the entire time subdeck. And as you all work on your various projects, you see as the sun reaches its zenith and begins moving to the other side, you can see the little metal flit of the moon beginning to rise, as well as this sort of pale disk that looks wholly unnatural when it's not fully in the darkness, is also beginning to rise on the horizon. You can just sort of see those, again, these sort of like mechanical brackets or sort of rings that are holding them in place in the sky. And so you can watch it sort of shifts the perspective of the face that of what you assume is Aegir. And as you continue to close in and you begin to set towards the afternoon and into the evening, you notice rather than there be a real shift in from like day into dusk into night, you can see that stars begin appearing in the distance ahead of you. You can see strange stars and nebulas that you've never witnessed before, except you, Orin. You recognize these stars. As you are heading towards the edge, you see the atmosphere that seems to be falsified for this sort of small pocket dimension becomes thinner and thinner. So you're looking into the real world that contains all three of these cauldrons. And you can all see this. You can see that it's sort of surrounding the head, and in multiple directions, you can sort of see these stars appearing, and you can see where there are water flows about a mile on either direction ahead of you, as well as a sort of just drop-off, where water is just sort of lightly pouring over the edge of this cauldron.
Ah.
Meanwhile, that face is enormous.
Is it leaking?
The face?
Yeah.
No, it's just like you have to look, turn your head to see one eye and turn your head to see the other, and yet you still feel like it is looking right at you.
I don't trust that thing.
Yeah. I'd say this is all very weird, but I feel like that doesn't really even begin to capture it, and also...
Like,
I mean...
You can hear the captain saying, well, that's something you don't see every day.
Yeah. Like, we're in a big cosmic bowl, you guys. Like, just like a bowl of soup. That's weird, right? But then when you think about it, what is any world but just like a cosmic bowl of soup? Is it weird, or was I just ill-informed before?
It seems relatively accurate. But as per our contract, we have reached our destination. We can leave you here. Leave you with the rowboat if you'd like. Or we could sail you off into one of these directions. I'm not sure what you would like to
We
do
have
from
our
here.
own boat. So, hey, Grim, can you get your boat out for us? And we will we will row ourselves. And that way
I'm
you...
sorry, do you have one of those unfolding boat things? Those are incredible. Where did you get it?
I got it from a shark.
Well, I'm more than happy to purchase it from you. I mean, after obviously you're done with this excursion, in case you don't need a seafaring vessel at any other point, I might like
after
it.
this. Yeah, probably after they probably might not be as useful, but for now it's very useful.
Yeah, we'll be sure to let you know if we ever want to part with it. You'll be the first dibs.
You have to give me at least a hammer, though. There's a very nice hammer too.
I think I could provide you with money, which you could use to get anything you like.
Oh, great! More mushrooms.
Yeah, that's why we like money, Grim. It buys more things than goods.
Just like looks past Grim to the rest of you guys, just like is he okay?
That's normal.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Should
Well,
hop in his boat.
and we are going to. Okay, so the virtues went to the southeast.
Looking at it and trying to get the whole geography of it. There's one that goes off to the right and to the right and to the left. You
right,
got
and
those
if
two options.
if we're facing east, then the one to the right is the southern one.
It's more south. The other one is north.
Yeah, so that's
We
where
need
the
to figure
virtues
out
went,
what
and we decided the virtues said to fuck off and leave them alone. So that is what we will do because the matron is more important. So we will go to the northern one. Yeah.
Yes.
If that's what you all decided, I'm perfectly good either way.
Yeah, well, the
Grim
other one
Moon.
is apparently full of
Are they-
sea monsters, so we'll have to go there eventually, but we can deal with the sea monsters later, and maybe do what is hopefully an easier one first if the matron is not fucking things up. But it did look like it's a bunch of
Well,
ice.
that's good enough and all, but y'all just go ahead and pack up, get off on your own ship. We got work to do, money to be made. Did you guys already pay them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
They're
know.
like- It
Which
was
I would have
wonderful
said
doing
even
business
if we
with you.
hadn't, but I did pay
It's
them.
wonderful doing business with you.
Likewise, we appreciate the help.
We'll stay here for 30 minutes more, and then it's all on you.
All right, we're on our way. Wish us luck.
No.
Wow, okay, we're only trying to save the entire world, but all right.
I'm kidding. Good luck out there, guys.
Thank
I hope
you.
you all survive and shit.
So do we. All right.
He sort of takes off. Well, it was a pleasure doing business with you, and I'll be sure to, as soon as we get our ship prepared, be at your service, should you call. Don't forget, we have the hub? What did I call this damn thing? They have the seal hub, basically. So you can call them.
Oh, right. They have, gotcha.
They have
a-
the operator booth.
Yeah.
The operator booth, yep. So you can contact me if you need, and I can contact anyone else for you.
Excellent. Appreciate
And
it.
it should be no more than a week before we're operational and ready to fly. Isn't that right? Yes, Captain, that's right. You hear from down below.
Yeah. All right.
So as-
Sounds good.
As as you see Grim unfold his boat into the water. I assume you're doing the big one, yeah.
Yes, that's why I said football, and then
Football.
jump in it.
Then he jumps down inside, and as you all offload onto the ship, you part ways with the Jabiru, and you begin sailing north, closer to the edge of the Cauldron of Purity. You see this face, and as you begin moving from the center, begin moving to its other eye, and yet you still feel as though it's watching you. And as you continue to sail closer towards the torrent, you can see where it sort of lifts and you can see the water dropping off the edge. You see that the stars are more prevalent all around you to the right side. And in the distance, very faintly, you can see the side of another face. Arms leading down. It's like the side like this. You can sort of see it at a
Like
back
another
three-quarter view.
another statue, like identical or a different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we're going to another bowl, so something's got to hold it, right?
Yeah.
I put my bowls on the tables.
There aren't any tables big enough, I guess, for these bowls.
So it'll take you guys, what, a mile's not very long, like 5 minutes maybe to make it? No, it's got to be slower than that.
I mean, we're rowing and we're not Olympic rowers. Although I don't know, some of us are pretty strong.
I'm
As you
I'm
guys
gonna
begin,
Good con,
Google
good strength.
how
it
long
shouldn't take very long.
does it take
To row a
to
mile.
row a mile?
And technically, magic stuff, but I mean, we would be going with a current at this point.
That's true. We could just ride the current. We don't even have to row, probably.
Well, the
Once we
water-
get in the current.
the water slowly drips off the edge in all directions, so you kind of have to row to keep from.
Oh, going. Okay, gotcha.
You need to
The first
aim
thing the
for
internet said was 6-7 minutes,
Yeah,
Okay.
so like I said,
which is faster than I would have expected.
when I said 5 minutes, I was going a little too fast, but it doesn't take you long before
I mean,
you are
the thing
able
is,
to
like,
see.
It takes me like 14 minutes to walk a mile if I'm walking casually, and like I'm better at walking than rowing.
Right? That's what Quora said. Wikipedia says if you're rowing, you go about 4 miles an hour, which would be 15
Yeah.
minutes. So
I am probably wrong about the
somewhere
scale. It's
between
probably,
5 and
it's probably
15
more
minutes
than
we
a
get
few
there.
miles. It's probably like
Well, it doesn't take a whole day or anything, and we don't
Doesn't
even
take
need a snack, probably. So
no, it doesn't take you very long to arrive. And as you reach what looks like this large torrent, you can see the water sort of lifts up and sort of forms almost like like somebody split a pencil in half. What is that called? Semicircle. But like cylindrical, like sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like the top's flat, but otherwise it's this sort of round tube of water.
So it looks like a water slide.
Yeah, my adjectives are very bad today.
I was thinking
don't know
like
what
a
it
hot
is.
dog that has been sliced lengthwise.
I'm a
Yes,
visual
a hot
person and I
dog-
had no idea what you're
A
talking
hot
about.
dog that's been it's a Twizzler that has had the top half removed.
Thank you. I understood it when you said hot dog. So
I'm so bad at this today.
Twizzlers make it so much more.
I'm in a lot of pain, guys. I'm sorry. So you guys are sailing off of the edge of the world. Just want to make sure that's cool before you keep going.
Yeah, I mean, what choice do we have, right?
All right.
We're gonna go for it. I
Who's
will.
gonna like be basically like steering this thing because you guys are about to.
He is, don't you know?
Who's good at
I-
nature / survival?
Bropsy.
It is a rowboat, so it requires
Also-
everybody. But somebody's got to be a caller if you guys want to not fall off into the abyss.
It's just
I believe
Very
that's
difficult.
Bropsy's job.
I have really good perception. Could I
Okay.
assist Bropsy by perceiving things really well?
What? How many are there of you? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5.
6
Four
with
of
Cleary.
us that aren't them.
6 with Cleary, so there's 5. So yes, technically 4 people could row, and you 2 could do things if you wanted.
Okay, yes, let's do that.
But you know what? Let's be real. You should be. Nope, you're good. You should definitely row because you realize that Graham is rowing 2 sets,
It's because he is. Yep.
Yeah, he's got tentacles.
and then Graham is really or Mitnir's really strong. So whichever side he's on, you probably need 2 people on the opposite side.
Well, that's Cleary and Norin then.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
I was like that, or you make me steer, put me in the back with the rudder.
So you guys can do it with advantage as you try to call. Basically, I just need somebody to make me a survival check, and you can do it with advantage.
Hey, I get +9 on these.
Nice.
Nice. I don't have that
I
one.
got to up my wisdom.
I got a natural 2.
Wow,
Natural
Bropsy,
2.
did you guidance yourself by any chance?
Did you roll
Yeah.
with advantage?
Was that with advantage?
No,
I said roll with advantage.
I did not hear that. I was excited about my +9.
9 plus 0 is still 0.
That was a 6.
Okay, so 15.
And I guidanced myself because this is very important, so I get an extra 1d4,
Nice.
which is a 1. So
16.
that's 16.
16.
Don't let me roll anything. You can use my stats. Beelin's in charge of everything. I retire.
As you guys begin moving your way there, you hear Bropsy sort of calling out, like, careful, more to the right, more to the right, more to the left. You can do it in character if you want, but basically, you begin to definitely enough. There's a moment where it feels like you might pull off to the edge and not quite make it into the torrent, but you do just manage to get your way into the water slide. And as it begins to take you with at a rapid pace, you find yourself sloshing back and forth. I don't know if anybody here has ever done whitewater rafting, but that's what it feels like, but in a much larger, much more high stakes scale. But still, at this exact moment,
Whitewater tubing.
yeah.
I have been rafting, and I would disagree that this is much more high stakes.
I will
As
say
this-
the
I've
tube
been
made
on
it
a
to
really
the bottom
slow
before
water
me.
ride.
All right. As the
And I
ship
lost
starts
my
to speed up significantly, you find yourself slowly rising up and then tipping down. And you can see, especially Bropsy and Eddie, who are doing the calls and looking around, that you are sliding over the basically over the shoulder of this new one, almost down its arm, this new statue, and heading down miles and miles and miles towards what appears to be another bowl, giving off like its own. You can see like circling metal discs around it. You can see the whole mechanism, and you've seen this before. I think Propsy has too. You and Oren have seen it. This whole area, but they're seeing it now for real, the whole thing. You can see that they're holding it the way the original cauldron was held, like more like at waist level. And as you begin to zip down it, I'm going to need you guys to do a couple more rolls for the survival with advantage, and I need each and every one of you to
Galen,
make
it's
me.
your time to shine.
And I need each and every one of you that's rowing to make me a Constitution saving throw. Or maybe it's like a
If we're
strength
on
saving
a
throw.
side,
Let's
do
do
they
strength
really
saving
need to
throw.
be rowing still?
Strength saving throw makes more sense.
They could have had seatbelts. Does this boat come with seatbelts?
Nope.
Fuck.
It comes with grasping vines.
Well, if it's strength, mine's a 23, and then Mitnir's is probably
I was
similarly
only
high.
17.
But it would be.
like-
Oh, is your
Clear's
strength
roll.
the same as your?
What are we?
Yeah, my
Oh,
strength.
Clear rolled a natural 17. You're rolling a
okay.
strength saving throw to basically to handle the rapids. You guys, the ones that are doing the work. 20. So you guys do great on the first length of this. As you begin just cascading down, you see that there are these cosmos moving around you. It makes you nauseous as you slosh back and forth in the water. You see Cleary. It just starts. Oh god! Oh, I hate this so much. How many times do I need to row on this side? Fast or slow? Please help me.
You can do it, Clary.
You're rowing with me. Don't worry about it. We got it.
He seems to be holding himself together as the rapids continue to go. Let's do one for the next section.
You got the survival. It was a 22.
Yes. We need one more survival, and then another strength saving throw.
18.
19
20.
strength survival. Strength save.
You see Cleary's looking real sick. Oh god. Oh god.
Ooh,
Say,
that's big.
really high survival.
Okay, so super high survival too. Where Cleary takes some time and just goes "Whoa," and begins to throw up, but you guys catch it in time as he sort of collapses.
We catch his throw up in time. That's disgusting. Why would we do that?
I've done that for my cat before because I don't want her to barf on the
It
rugs.
says don't do that.
You find yourself. Cleary kind of drops the ball, but you are able to cover for him and stay within the torrent. He's sort of sloshing around almost like in a half pike. Just sloshing back and forth, but never quite tipping towards the edge in any way that makes you uncomfortable, like you might fall off soon. Which, because of that, you guys are in the clear the rest of the way down. As you begin sailing down this massive water slide, as it were, you begin to get a better look at the statue ahead of you. And as it turns across, rather than seeing this same placid, beautiful face that you've seen before, you see more masculine features. You see that there is a bit of a beard coming down and sort of braided below its chin. And there's a look like this, just sort of eyeing down and looking with a sort of very cringy look of glee. And as you pass by this rather disturbing face of the statue and head down, you feel yourself getting colder and colder. And as this bowl starts rushing closer to you, you see ice in the distance.
Not sure I like this statue.
And as the stars begin to disappear around you, an atmosphere begins to greet you once more. after hours and hours of rowing and trying to keep this ship contained, exhausted, you find yourselves sliding in to a new section of water. Ice flows all around you. And you have made it to the Cauldron of Strife.
Cauldron of Strife. I don't like that name either.
Imagine there being like a welcome sign. Welcome to the Cauldron of Strife.
As you all enter this space, look behind you and the torrent's gone. All you can see is the drop off, and you can see like the stars sort of behind it again, but beginning to see the atmosphere in the opposite direction.
Is everybody all right? Clary, you look a little green.
Could be better.
That was rough, but as far as planar travel goes, I think we did really well. Nobody got lost in the cosmos or anything, so so we're all good, and we can take a moment if you need to catch your breath or steady yourself. I think we are probably heading for the ice mountain at the center of this place. I've seen like an aerial view, and it's almost like a target with like concentric rings of ice, basically, if I recall correctly, and like an ice mountain at the center. So I can only imagine that whatever is important might be at the center. But I think that means we probably have a bit more rowing to do.
I'm gonna stick my head overboard and under the water.
You're gonna stick your head under the water?
Yeah. I want to see if there's anything in the water, because at the previous place there was like nothing.
I guess I'll hold him by his ankles. It's kind of a tall boat.
I mean, I can always jump down to some ice and stick my head in from the ice.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw when you put your head in the water.
14. I've rolled
14.
all single digits.
Okay. You have +1 CT. Go ahead and write that on a piece of paper somewhere. You feel your head go under the water, and it feels so cold. Even with your resistance, it shocks you for a moment. And you feel as if something cold seeps into your body. And you begin to chill for a second. But you take the full minute to look around, and you see that the water underneath appears to be mostly mixed with these, like you can see the underside of these sheets of ice that are sort of flowing on the water. And they're not more than maybe 10 feet at the thickest. But there doesn't appear to be too much life. There's fish. And there's different sort of like sea life moving around, but most of it's pretty sparse.
Come back, I'm just... Don't do that. I don't think you guys would enjoy it much. Like, he's just shivering a little bit, like, ugh.
Yeah, that very cold water, I imagine. Duly noted, though. Thank you for finding out for us whether or not it was a good idea to stick our head in the water.
I was more curious about the fish. There's some fish.
Well, we could go fishing while we're rowing, if anybody likes fishing.
Are you guys like rowing like deeper in towards the mountain?
I think we should, yeah.
Yeah, so as you guys start slowly moving in, there's not enough ice for it to be difficult to navigate, especially with the size of this ship. So you're able to, even with your lack of rowing experience rather, with the sort of ice, the giant water slide that made its way down into this sort of ice bowl, you definitely feel like you've gotten enough of a handle on it, but you're slow going because you're exhausted. As you continue to go deeper in, you begin to lose all of the stars, and you find yourself at an early dusk. So you still see a bit of the sun on the far horizon to your left, but you can also see that the moon is up on this one as well, and darkness and night are starting to fall. You see that there are wolves moving across larger sheets of the ice, and polar bears dipping themselves in and out of the water.
Doesn't well.
What's your passive perception, Seti?
26.
Oh, fuck. You definitely see a small pillar of smoke about a mile ahead, off to the left.
Oh, somebody's smoking something. Some kind of fire.
Somebody's smoking something. It's just a big ass pipe. You can see it a mile away.
Someone's trying to hotbox this bowl.
Yeah, and you guys can see, like, in the distance, it's sort of like there's a wall of white, like, miles ahead.
Like how big a
And there's-
wall?
Like the wall from Game of Thrones wall.
Okay, cool. I vote we head towards that smoke because it implies there's somebody there who lit a fire, and maybe we could talk to them and figure out what's going on. Or maybe it's the matron, and then we can just figure out what's going on.
Then we just kill her.
Maybe. I don't know if she's on our side or not. It's really hard to tell.
I don't know about you, but I'm not prepared to fight the matron at the moment. Give me a minute to get my arms back, and then maybe I'll be of more use.
Yeah, well, we've got
I'll fight a
5 to
polar bear.
15 minutes of travel.
I can fight the polar bear over there. He
Oh,
looks.
no, we don't want to fight the polar bears. They're not
Oh,
hurting
speaking of which,
anybody.
Bite-size for a polar bear.
Bropsy, Grim, you can go ahead and add winter wolves
Oh
And-
yeah.
and polar bears to your list of known creatures.
Perfect. I'd probably want to use it as much as Frosty. She's much better at changing into things than me.
Yeah.
You need me
What
to
do you
add
need
that
your
up
arms
to
for
you?
anyway, Cleary? You cast spells.
Well, I cast them by vigorously sketching and painting. It's very difficult on my arms. And he's like, look, I'll show you. And he, like, lifts up his sleeve, and he pulls it back, this, like, sort of loose robe sleeve, and you see his forearms are just fucking torn. Like you get up to his arm, he's got some moderate biceps, but his forearms are just, like, shredded. And it's just like,
Wow,
it's
you
like,
you do a lot of painting.
I do it, and I have to do it very quickly, and it's been a lot of practice, but yes, I've gotten very. And you look at his other arm; is like not nearly as toned.
Uh-huh.
What kind of
He's
wolf
like-
did we get?
No, it's not what you think.
You got to use the other
what'd
one
you
and
say?
balance it out a bit.
Yeah. Would you say, Propsy?
What kind of wolf did we get?
Winter wolf.
I don't see that on the.
Well, it might be a monster instead of a beast, so maybe not.
No.
Let's find out. It's a monstrosity.
Hmm.
It looks kind of like a dire wolf, basically.
I mean, dire wolves aren't that exciting either.
You can put that under polymorph
Yep.
instead of wild shape.
If you want to polymorph into something,
It's a challenge level 3.
somebody doesn't appreciate the use of certain monsters. All right,
I gotta go big. Big as
Mhm,
possible.
I mean, it's a large monstrosity. Anyways, so
All right, well,
You
I guess
guys-
we keep rowing towards the smoke.
all right, in seeming silence, and as cold as you guys feel like you are, it's not so bad.
I'm going to bring
you
out
don't-
my like pelt cloak, like mantle thing that I was wearing on the pass when it was cold.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So I'm good.
It feels like it'll take you maybe about 4 or 5 hours to make it to where these guys are, because it's not a straight line. If you got off the boat and tried running across the ice floes, it might change things a bit. But you can tell just from looking into the distance, it's going to be... Actually, you could try to run a nicer path. Bropsy, if you want to do that, if you want to try to see if you can get a better path figured out. Well, you can't fly. Hold up.
I can use a spell to fly.
Yeah,
he
you
loves
can use this
reminding you that you can't fly too.
But yeah, if anybody wants to try to, I shouldn't point anybody out. If anybody wants to try to map it out by getting a
Well,
better look
Is there
and
any?
find a better path, they can. But otherwise,
Do we want to just get out of the boat and walk?
I mean, it
I
would probably
prefer
be
it.
faster, but it'd be bad if you fell in.
Well, I think I mean
Yes.
there's polar
There's-
bears on there, right? So does it look solid enough? We could probably be okay.
Minir nods.
Okay, then we should all get off the boat first, so that we don't go into the water.
And maybe like Grim, how far do your tentacles reach?
Oh, and you have like telekinesis, don't you? Maybe use telekinesis, Oren, to grab that and suck it up, so we don't have to get into the water to get it because it's cold.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that or tentacles.
No, we use the telekinesis. It's cleaner.
Let me just make sure I'm attuned to that right now.
I don't know who I am anymore. I just said cleaner.
All right,
Yeah,
so as you guys,
what is wrong with you?
You guys all climb out of the boat easily enough with the help of Grim, sort of using his long, stretching arms to pull you closer to an ice floe. It's cold. As you climb up there, your hands touch it and almost stick from them being slightly wet. It is cold here, but again, doesn't make you uncomfortable at the moment. You just realize that it is quite cold.
Just to bundle up a bit, Oren's gonna put the robe of useful things on underneath his other robe.
Okay.
He's gonna double up his robes.
Okay. Go ahead and put on your sheet +1. 1 second. +1 WM.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble now.
That's a warmth modifier.
Oh, he's tracking our in to make sure we don't freeze to death. So somebody give Mitnir like a torch or a fire or something. He can warm back up and lose his.
Mitnir, you feel fine at the moment.
I was like, nah, I'm good.
You feel like it's a little chilly. The rest of you feel like unnaturally not cold, but everything you touch feels cold. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the biting wind doesn't seem to press into you. And as you touch the ice, it's cold to your hand and almost to the point where it burns to touch it. But you don't feel, especially since some of you guys are dressed in very recently like a tropical wear. You should be a lot colder than you are.
Not the girl.
We're headed to a fire anyway. It'll be fine.
So you guys begin trekking through this area. As you make your way across a couple of them, I will have you guys make me one check. All right, go ahead and make me a athletics or acrobatics check
Oh no.
for traversing the snow and ice.
Come from the land of the ice and
25 for me.
snow. I don't do
25,
it very well.
28.
28,
11.
11,
Natural 1 for a 4.
Oh no.
natural 1 for a 4.
Do you still need me to roll, Propsy? Oh, you got it.
Oh, thank God it's a 20.
Cleary also rolled a 20. Well, I think it's close to a 20. I need to actually check his acrobatics. 1 second.
I'm gonna just comically like slip everywhere the whole time we're going. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Grim, you have tentacles. You can steady yourself.
There's nothing to grab onto. It's so cold.
Burr, 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 burr.
See the burr. The burr is the burr.
Okay, so he's a +2. So he rolled a 17. That's not bad. So at one point, both Oren and Grim slip into the water. It's not bad, but you do acquire 1 CT.
Oh no!
Can I attempt to telekinesis myself so I don't fall in the water? Since it would have still been up probably at the time.
Well, this is like 30 minutes of walking. How long does it last?
Oh, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Like the entirety of the trip is about like I'm suggesting at one point you probably did and you used your telekinesis to pull yourself back up. This is over a long journey of these couple of miles that it was going to take to make this thing that you slipped in and got 1 CT. It wasn't bad. You were able to pull yourself up with either telekinesis, or you're able to have Grim use his tentacles to pull himself up, or others. But you find yourself dipping into the water, and when you touch that water, it feels so cold. It feels like it's burning your flesh the second it touches you.
I
That's
told
not
you
fun.
not to go in the water.
But as you guys begin to approach, you see that there seems to be a group sitting around the fire. It is nighttime, and there are a group of people sort of sitting around the fire. They've got a little boat sitting next to it, and as you guys start to approach, you see a couple of them sort of standing up. They're wrapped in furs of like all kinds of different creatures. You can see there's like a Goliath just like wrapped in the fur of like a full-on polar bear, and they're just. And you see as you guys start to approach, they go, "Hey,
Hello. Fancy seeing you here. Is it
you
John?
all new to the cauldron?"
Yes, actually, we are.
Newbies, huh?
So this
Well,
one.
kind of. Yeah.
We came from the other one, the Cauldron of Life. Or was it Purity?
See, they make it.
I think it was purity.
Yeah, Purity.
I didn't know
See,
there were other
cauldron?
cauldrons.
Yeah, there's
They
three
can't see it from
actually.
here?
No,
Or no?
no. You guys look behind you, and all you see is the stars of the
Oh, okay.
sky. Like you can see the big statue that's holding it, but you can't see the other statues in the distance.
Oh, okay.
We saw your smoke from your fire and were wondering if we could trouble you to tell us a bit about the cauldron and what's been going on here.
You see, they sort of look around at each other for a second. Hear a couple. They don't hear, but you can see a couple of them. Like you can see, like their breath touching the air, so you can sort of see they're talking. They turn and they say, "All right, y'all can join us around the fire for a spell.
Thank you.
Just make sure you keep your weapons sheathed."
Of course. No trouble
You
here.
can see that they all grip their weapons and keep them to this side, and just in case, sort of look, looking very tense.
I think Oren's gonna be a wise ass and be like, "My hands are weapons. Should I put them in my pockets?"
And it just sort of looks at you. As you guys get closer to these guys and you're looking at them where you can really make out the details of their face, you can see that their faces are sunken. Their lips are blue. I mean, Goliaths are very blue, almost black. But you can see that they look like they have been touched by the cold in a way that has messed them up. They are just completely wrapped in fur, but they are sunken and they are cold. And they're huddled around this tiny little fire, a little tent and a boat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how's this fire even look? Because they probably don't have much for wood around here.
It looks like it's made out of just small pieces of kindling from, well, as you can look at it, maybe an ore that has been dried over time and broken apart.
Oren's gonna be like, this fire's looking pretty weak. Maybe I can help with that. And then he's gonna look around on his robe. And he's got where is it? He's just gonna rip off the ram patch for a portable ram. Like a big wooden ram thing. I'm
Just
gonna
going to
slap
burn
that
that.
down on there. And then I'm gonna use
As you pull this out, you see a couple of them draw the weapons and point it at you. Like, what are you doing?
Just
What are you doing?
Okay, we're
just firewood.
we
give me
we
a
don't-
second. And then I'm gonna spend
We don't
a
wanna
couple key
fight.
points and I'm gonna cast burning hands on it.
I think I could
Light
press.
that bitch up.
There, now it's
We
really
got
warm.
this. Is there any other way that we can help?
They begin looking at you guys for a second. You can see some of them are a little bit shaky, and
I'm going
their
to
eyes are looking back and forth.
I'm going to assume that, well, actually, Grim could probably take care of this, but we could share a bit of a meal.
Well, yes, but also this guy looks like crap, and I'll like go to the Goliath and just like pat him and cast Lesser Restoration.
Read Lesser Restoration to me.
You touch a creature and can end either one disease or condition inflicting it. The condition can be blind, deaf, and paralyzed, poison. I think it's just kind of a for something homebrew like this. I would assume it'd just be up to your discretion. So.
Yeah. So as you do it, his face seems to like his lips seem to like get a little bit more color in them, and his condition seems maybe to be a little bit better, but it doesn't seem to make him much of a difference. And he just looks at you, and he kind of just flinches away as you touch him.
Our friend Grim here is really good at making food.
Oh yes.
They begin looking around you guys and say,
if you're sharing...
spell by the fire. Yeah. Sit by fire.
Of course, yes. But it is only
Keep you warm.
only appropriate if you're sharing your fire with us that we share some food with you. If you will accept it, I'll join you for a meal. And
their eyes are shifting back and forth. What do you have?
You want the berry?
you
can see his eye twitches.
I know it doesn't look like much, but these are magical berries and they will fill you up for a whole day. Trust me, I've been living off of them for a very long time now.
You eat one first.
Of course. Grim, like let's all have our daily berry.
We'll eat one. He hasn't eaten yet today.
Mitnir frowns as he goes,
It's like, is that all the food you have?
Yes, here will take our berries.
Take a berry, and then if you want more, we'll see what we can come up
They
with.
start taking the berries and very slowly.
Not bad, not bad.
not good either.
Mitnir, you're not helping.
Just the truth. Gee.
Thanks.
It's not a jerky or anything. I know you like your meat, but it does actually fill you up for a whole day. You might have cravings, but that's not hunger. It's different. Alright, well, I don't know what else we would have in the way of food because we never actually buy rations.
With your passive perception, Seti, you are aware that you are kind of slowly being encircled.
Yeah, I'm going to just kind of make eye contact.
Guys, obviously, right?
By these guys, right?
Not by these guys, right? Like by something else.
No, these guys are slowly encircling you.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So as
They're
I'm like,
yeah, get closer to the fire, and they're kind of just.
As I'm noticing that, I
surrounding
just want to make pointed eye contact with the rest of the group, like, and kind of, gesture a little bit in like discreetly to try to not tip my hand. But
We can talk telepathically,
You
Seti.
can't do that. Yes.
well, only through the rings, right? But we have to say it out loud.
I believe
do
you
we?
have to speak into the ring.
You can whisper it.
You can whisper it, but I'll need you to do a sleight of hand if you're trying to hide that.
Yeah, so I'll just be like, I'll be making my little talk about, that's not the same as cravings. Cravings are different, and then I'll be like, and yes, you want to have the food when you're craving, but
Okay, cool. Make me a sleight of hand check.
that is a 28.
Okay, they don't seem to notice. What are you saying into the ring?
I just say they're surrounding us. So that everyone else is aware as well. And maybe we could sort of discreetly...
They look around at you guys again, and as you guys are doing it, they're like, thanks for the berries. Y'all came in on a boat? Yeah? Or did you just get dropped here?
Oh, we just got dropped here and then walked across the ice to your fire.
Jeez, that's no fun at all.
No, not really. How long are you from the cauldron? You've been here your whole life? Because we came here to actually open an exit to get out if you want to go someplace warm.
No, we were dropped here like you all.
Really? How long ago?
About a week.
Right. Did you come here to open the exit?
We didn't really have a choice. See that sort of stiffening up a bit more.
That's unfortunate. Did somebody bad drop you here?
Make a
Possibly.
persuasion check. With disadvantage.
Alright, well, the first one was
Were you bad
16
boys?
and the second one was... wait, hang on. It can't be lower than 10. So that one was 20 and the other one was 21. So 20.
Okay. 20. He looks at you and he's just like,
Use guidance.
That's okay.
You bad guy.
Alright, I'll add 4. Or D4.
they're just looking back and forth. They're like,
22. Somebody...
our ship. We were sailing
Oh, you came over the edge?
off the coast.
From another cauldron? Or from Selindor?
No,
Or another place entirely?
from the Actria continent.
Does that ring a bell to anybody?
We're on the Silver Isles.
On the material plane?
Look familiar at all?
Yeah, on the material plane.
Alright, well, I'm just checking because there are a lot of other planes. Okay.
We were sailing and we got sucked in here. Our boat
Huh.
shattered on the ice, sank.
That's so sad. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
We were able to save a rowboat.
So they found a different entrance.
That is actually very disturbing news to hear that there is a way to get here from the material plane.
The mist sort of picked up
Oh,
one
the
night. It was
mist.
cold. And next thing we knew, as we were sailing through it, that's when we dropped.
I am...
Now look, y'all, y'all been real nice.
Well, we are trying to get out of here, and you're welcome to come with us
But
to
we
find
don't
the exit.
have much of a choice.
Oh,
And he
no.
points his sword at you.
Why?
If y'all
Why would you do that?
Would just hand over your tokens and just be on your way.
Our tokens? What tokens?
You got one when you arrived here. Everyone does. If y'all just give it over,
Checks his pockets.
you reach into your pocket and you'll pull out what looks like a cobalt blue coin.
What are the tokens?
And on one side of its face, you can see is this sneering face of the statue. And on the other side is what appears to be a sort of small representation of the cauldron itself.
Hang on. What is a token? What does that mean? Why do you want it? What does it do? What is a token?
It's how you survive here. It's the only way to get out. Everyone knows it. We
We
figured
can
it out
survive
ourselves.
together.
That's
don't
not the
have
way
to
it
fight.
works. Our crew was much bigger before we had to cut the extras out so
Is this-
we could live.
Is this like a Hunger Games sort of situation? You collect other people's tokens and it lets you live another day kind of thing?
I don't know what a hunger game is, and he points the sword. Just give me the token and you guys can move along your way.
Well, it depends.
I
Like,
You won't win against us. We don't want to hurt you.
yeah, we didn't come
We
here
don't
to
want-
fight people. We came here to help people.
You can see that they start shivering and they're like, we don't have any choice.
Work with us to
This
find
moment-
another one.
Is
Orin
the
is gonna bamf out his wings and shoot 30 feet up in the air, and then let loose a couple radiant sunbolts as warning shots, and be like, "You better drop your weapons now before you regret it."
Make an
Drops. He's gonna
intimidation
put her-
check.
Put her arm.
I'm
up,
going
like-
when he starts speaking, I'm going to press the digitate like some sparks.
You look more impressed.
Try to make him even more intimidating.
Dum dum.
They get advantage.
Perhaps he will put herself in front though and be like, "We don't have to fight. We don't want to fight you. We don't want to hurt you.
You
We
can
want
see
to help
that.
you."
You can see that the tip of this person's nose, as they look down at you, is actually like frozen and breaking.
Let us
Hold,
help you.
hold on. Does the fire not warm you?
I got a 17.
The cold. Oh yeah, that's right. Because this guy's fucking intimidating. I forgot about intimidation already. He's flying in the air, and as you do that, you see a couple of them begin to falter a bit and just sort of like tense up and get their weapons ready. Say, "What the fuck is this?" And he pulls a nose. He says, "There is no choice here. The cold gets worse every day. If you don't have the tokens, you die. The fire only gives you a
We're
Oh,
little bit
gonna
of warmth."
destroy. We're gonna get out of the cauldron. We beat the last one. If anyone has a chance of escaping, we do, and you will with us.
Make me a persuasion check with flat roll. Flat roll. That was a good argument.
I'm not good at these, but oh, that's a
That's a fuck. As you say that, he says, "I'm sorry," and he raises a sword. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Fuck.
I got a 24.
I felt so tempted to confirm the Grim is evil thing. I want to just be like, well, if we kill them, we get more tokens, guys. So
I got
that's
a
like,
Well, maybe they don't have any, and that's why they want ours.
oh,
He's
they've
like,
probably just been here a while. 7
you know, it's
days.
funny you should mention that. The half of the berries you guys ate were poison.
See, what I was about to do
Can
is
I
just hold
just
out
say-
the token and then grab whoever walked up for it.
Very
A
poison.
lot of the time, I take a back seat to the RP because Ropsy is a more reserved person. And when I pull it out and I get destroyed like that, I'm so sad.
I'm sorry.
It is sad. The dice are
In
not
defense,
always kind.
These people are absolutely desperate for their lives. They are not.
I understand,
it is
but
a
I'm
high
also
DC.
upset.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't intimidate him with the 17, so, you know.
No, you freaked a couple of them out, but not enough for them to back down. This is life and death, and they've seen some shit.
I want to see some more shit. Cause
oh, yeah.
I'm
literally
gonna
flying in
keep
the air
trying
right
to
now.
persuade them as we fight. I'm
Oh,
not
no.
giving up.
They're dying.
Oh yeah, they're dying. Probably.
I don't want them to die.
1, 2, 3, 4,
They're
5.
just
Cleary.
scared.
We will
I mean-
talk, and we will try to do
Why-
non-lethal damage.
Yeah, you can do non-lethal
19.
attacks. It does damage, but it's
We
not
don't want to
killing
kill them,
blow.
but we want to beat them to bloody pulp.
You can knock them all out.
I
They're-
can't polymorph then.
They're
Well,
disposable.
if
meat
I
popsicles.
polymorph and I get dumb,
Okay, but what if we polymorph
just
them into like little tiny like bunnies, and then we take them with us? Because I can polymorph now too, so we could get 3 of them between us, plus whatever other spell slots we
It
have.
only lasts an hour, though.
So you're saying dinner?
Well, okay, we can polymorph them into little bunnies and then just leave them behind to die.
Okay, now that I have you guys on the sheet and I spread them around, there you go. Down at the bottom.
we could turn them into bunnies.
Stupid
Is it? I think is
NPCs.
it a concentration though?
Yes, I
Mm,
believe. Yes.
They would just want to fight us when they get out after anyway.
What's the
Yeah,
one
but they'd
in-
have to find us. We'd be an hour away. We'd have a head start.
Okay, so I just need to switch this over for a second.
I might try it.
I would rather just fight and convince.
There you go.
Okay, well, if convincing fails, then I'm going to start polymorphing.
I just need a second. Actually, I need a second to set this up. So why don't we go ahead and take our break real quick? If
That's
okay.
a good idea. I have to pee so
Okay.
bad.
Yep.
We'll be back in 5 minutes, everybody.
Thank
Thank you.
Thanks so much,
Oh.
Hey guys, welcome back. I assume here we go meant we were going back in, right?
Yes, we're good. We're back.
Oh, okay. Hey. Welcome back, guys, and we will begin our combat as these guys raises his sword and begins to bring it back down steady. You go first.
I go first? Oh, fuck! Alright.
I'm pretty sure you had a 24. So.
Surprised.
I did roll really high, but then I completely forgot that I needed to have plans. Alright, so they start attacking. One of them was going for
Bropsy. The Goliath, that's on Bropsy.
Alright, I'm going to do... Where is he? Where am I in relation to them? Hang on. Oh, all the way over there. Okay.
How did we get so spread out?
I am going
'Cause
to...
that's just how I put you guys down. That's all.
I'm going to bonus action...
But you said you approached him, and I just thought this would be easier. Meanwhile, Oren's in the sky.
Oh, fuck, I have my new thing I could do. Hang on.
What new thing?
Non-lethal just went out the window.
Oh, I can't read it from here. I don't actually know what it does. I can't read it. So I'll forget about it for now.
What do you mean you can't read it?
I have to go to a different page. So choose one creature once per short rest. You can see within 30 feet to curse for 1 minute. You gain +4 bonus to damage. Score critical on 19 or 20 and regain. Okay, yes, I'm going to Hexblade's curse the big guy.
Okay, so this guy over here?
The one that's going for Blapsy, yeah. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast!
Okay. Hex.
The first one, ooh, not great, is a 15 to hit.
Let's see here. That will hit.
And the second one is also going to hit for the 26.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first one is 19 points of force damage.
The first one is 19 points of force damage?
Yeah, I rolled really high. The second one is 10.
My god. I didn't even know you could get 19 with an Eldritch
Well,
Blast.
because he's also hexed for 4 points.
Oh, that's nasty.
And I rolled a 10, so that was maximum damage. Alright, and then for my movement, I'm going to... Oh, I'm in melee range with this guy, aren't I? So that would be attack of opportunity. I'm just going to dance around him and go down 1 square.
Mm-hmm.
And get ready to face off with him. Alright, that is my turn.
Sweet. Propsy, it's your turn.
Oh, fuck. It's also not prepared. I guess I will. Can I ready an action and talk?
Yeah.
Like, I still don't want to fight them. I still want to.
Action.
Okay. I'm gonna keep just talking, and then I'll figure out what my actual action is in a sec. Perhaps he's gonna say, "We defeated the last cauldron. You didn't even know there were more than one. What makes you think you have a better chance alone than with us? Please."
Okay, that's definitely all you can say as his blade is up in the air and he's about to swing. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check, though. He also just got hit in the face with an Eldritch Blast.
15.
With the Eldritch Blast that hit him, yeah, so he's just like, he starts to look at you, and then that's when the Eldritch Blasts hit him in the face. And you watch as he...
If that's how we're playing this, then Seti would also shout like, "You don't want to fight us, promise me!" Or, "I promise you, fuck! This is not my first language."
Bropsy, that was your reaction, was to talk. What was your actual action?
Oh, fuck, I don't fucking know. Because I don't want to hurt him. I'm trying to think, like, what, I can't polymorph. I can't do that. I won't be able to talk when I'm polymorph. I won't be able to talk.
You don't have to polymorph yourself.
I want. That is true, and something I don't normally consider. But I'm not gonna turn them into a bunny, because then we just have to fight them later.
Maybe not.
I don't trust it.
I don't know what to say. It is the world is your oyster, but I will have a timer. You could just say
I'm
what you
gonna
had to say. And...
flame blade, I guess.
Okay, so it's gonna like ignite your flame
But,
onto your.
but like I
weapon or
said,
something?
I'm holding it until he actually hits me.
So is
And
it like bonus
while
action?
I
You light the
swing.
blade and you're gonna attack if he attacks you.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So that's a prepared action, and is that your turn?
I believe that's all I can do because that's a held action, bonus action, talking. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, this guy, and this guy, and let's say also, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this guy, are going to all three start ripping off their clothes and their armor. Why did I scroll all the way down here? And they're all going to turn into fucking werebears.
Oh shit! Y'all are werewolves.
Okay.
Shit.
I guess I'm gonna be polymorphing after all. Unless somebody else wants to be a giant ape for once. Who wants to go smash?
That does sound like fun, but I have some new toys I want to use. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little busy flying right now.
How about you, Grim and Mitt?
He already smashes. He's always
We
smashing.
have more smash.
Actually, it was supposed to be this
Bigger
guy
smash.
turns into the werebear, actually.
Maybe Cleary wants to smash.
Right.
That other guy
That'd
was
be
the...
really funny.
He does, but he doesn't want to smash as an ape.
Maybe he does.
I mean,
we don't
perhaps
know.
you.
maybe he's into that. I don't know.
So that's their action, and then he's going to move in here, and then this guy is going to stay right there. This guy, on the other hand, and he's going to step in here. Oh no, it's not that guy. So that's actually their turn. That was their turn. Cleary's turn. Cleary's freaking out because he's got these guys all on top of him. Ooh. What do you do if somebody's like right on top of him like that? Cleary only has range stuff.
Panic?
Yeah. Well, he's gonna have to do it with disadvantage. I guess he's gonna panic and just throw
I'm
a
gonna
cantrip.
polymorph Cleary eventually. I guess that's my.
He's
goal.
gonna throw his firebolt at close range.
I mean, he
Does
could
he
also
have
run.
Disadvantage.
I mean, that's
14.
14.
Does he have Misty
Okay.
Step? Because that's a bonus.
No, he doesn't. But this, luckily, he does hit with the firebolt. So
I don't even have to touch him. Oh my god, yeah, I can do that.
Does he have Expeditious Retreat?
nope.
He's really got to get the fuck out of here spells.
Yeah.
That's not what
I'm
he's
sure-
learned
I'm-
in school. He's gonna do 8 points of damage.
And he didn't learn it from us either.
He's
Yeah.
got to go back to
Oh, shit,
school.
it's concentration. I hate concentration spells. They're the fucking
Yep.
worst.
All druid spells are pretty much concentration.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I was having that problem going through my spell list the last level up. Like, no, I can't take that as concentration. I have too many.
Right? I still have another spell to learn. Like I didn't figure it out because like everything that
Flame
looks
Blade
good is
is
concentration.
I'm gonna look
Yeah,
up
I know, which is why I'm like
Druid
I
spell
don't.
list.
Bro, why don't you even have? You don't even have bonus actions, Cleary. What did I do to you? That's it. That's all he does. Mitnir.
I guess I'll start with raging, because there's a bear in my face now.
Yeah, there's a bear in your face.
Yep. I guess I'm gonna swing at him, but I'm gonna start with a reckless attack,
Okay.
so I get advantage on the first one.
You get
Sure.
advantage on all of your attacks.
Is
Yes,
it?
all of them.
Reckless.
It's all of them on your
Okay.
turn, and then they get advantage against you as well.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
Yep.
So that's a 30 to hit.
Yeah, big old miss. Now hits 3 times.
So that would be 18 points plus what's this thing do when it's just passive? 1d6. Okay, sorry. 19 points of damage, one of that being piercing.
19 points of damage, one of them being piercing.
Yeah, the 18 being slashing. Oh.
Can I retcon my flame blade and change that to a poison spray? Since
Oh,
it
and actually,
hasn't happened yet.
okay, but you're still prepared to do
Yes.
poison spray. Okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
Sounds like a plan.
20 to hit on the second one.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Sorry.
That's fine. I was just making sure. 18 points again, plus 5 piercing, so 23.
Jesus. 23. Nuts. Yeah, you whack into him. As you do, are you just using your regular blade or are you using the
No, this is the nibbling blade.
Okay. As you come through and just tear through, you watch as it starts chewing into the flesh, and you see the white, like polar bear like flesh of this like bipedal werebear. It just starts bleeding. You can see the white mixing in, making the fur pink. And you can tell that your little chompy bitey sword loves the flavor of this guy. He goes, starts purring. Let's do. Are you done? with
Yeah,
that?
I'm done.
Orin, you are skyward.
Oh, wait, one more thing. Sorry. When I rage, I get to roll. Did that go up at level 10? Yeah, I get to roll 2d6.
2d6.
And he has to make a dex DC of 17.
Dex DC is 17. Oh, that's a natural 18.
So he takes 4 points of lightning damage.
Okay, 4 points of lightning damage. Sounds good. All right. Now, Orin. Orin, if you could roll me a d6, I want to take d6 rounds off of how long you can fly because of the initial activation. So that's a maximum of 36 seconds. That is taken off. It shouldn't matter unless it's like a really long fight.
3.
3. Okay, so you still have 7 rounds.
Okay. I'm going to just sort of turn in place and shoot some bolts at the guy next to Bropsy.
Okay.
Uh, 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Oh my god, here we go again. 5 radiant damage.
Yeah.
25 to hit.
Yep, definitely hits.
9 radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll flurry of blows and do 2 more. $20 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for 9 radiant damage.
Oh, yeah.
27 to hit for 8 radiant damage.
Yeah, he's looking already really rough. As these things pummel into him, he's sort of staggering backwards there. This blade, it is like still raised above his head, but he's taken multiple smacks into him. He's looking rough already. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. So this guy. Okay, is going to step in. Where are we at? I guess the closest person's Mitnir. So he's going to step in on Mitnir, and he's going to attack you. He's going to get advantage.
His advantage anyway.
Yeah, it's like he already had advantage.
Yeah, now he's going to get... Well, that I was talking about the fact that he had advantage from your thing.
Ah.
Where's your attack roll, my dude? Okay, there it is. That's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
That's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
That's a 12 to hit.
That misses.
All right.
That's a lot of attacks.
Yeah, but they're all really weak apparently. So that's 10 points of slashing damage, reduced to 5. And that's it from him.
Oh.
The other guy will now finally get to attack. He's there, and he's been hit in the face so much he just can't. He's fighting for his life. He hesitated for a second in there, but he's just been hit a lot since then.
Which one?
He raised his sword and attacked first.
Yeah, he raises his sword to attack, and then you said this like thing, like you were trying to calm him down, and then he got hit by like 8 attacks. So he's definitely going through with his attack.
I think after his first attack, Bropsy's attack will then go off.
That is a 20 to hit.
My AC is 20.
Okay, so that's... And your poison spray goes off.
That's a
Can I-
con save for that.
Yeah. But the thought did occur to me, can I non-lethally poison spray? Since you said he does look rough.
I
Stick
mean,
a shillelagh instead.
I would say poison spray. I mean, you prepared the action. So, like...
I prepared something. I didn't really just establish what my something was.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about prepared actions is you're supposed to prepare the action because it happens so fast you don't have time to change what you're doing. But just do your poison spray. I mean,
Okay.
unless that's the thing that kills him, as long as he's hit with a non.
I'm really scared. I don't want to kill him.
Okay, and again, they go
Max
unconscious
Please.
before they die. If you're trying to save them, then I will do death saves for everybody. We'll just do that.
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right.
That's 15.
That's 15 to hit him.
No,
Oh
it's
no, sorry, con
con
17.
Con 17. That is 3 efficiency. That is exactly 17.
So 15.
Yes.
It's
So
half
what-
of 15, I guess.
Half of 15, which is 7. 'Cause
Oh, is it? Saving
Right.
throws have to meet or
Meet
pass.
or beat.
Yeah, no, yeah. If they meet the DC, then they succeed.
Yeah. Okay.
right. So he is not poisoned, but he
Mhm.
receives half damage. Okay, that was that, and then he's going to actually continue his attacks because that was just the one.
Do
That's not
I
gonna
get to
hit you.
keep talking?
Or
Not yet.
if you want, that's a 16, so that's not going to hit.
Perhaps he's gonna say, "Please, we can still stop this."
It's all right. He doesn't get to do anything else. That was his turn, and he's already like on the verge of death. The other one is going to rush in. I guess at Grim. Make an attack. Oh, come on.
Bring it on.
That is a 24 to hit.
Okay, it hits.
All right. That is. Sorry, I gotta go back to his sheet. I got so many freaking sheets, man. That's not a lot. That's 5 points of slashing damage. And then that is an 18 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. So that is his turn. And now we're going to move on to Grim.
So sorry. Please don't be mad. Grim's gonna tap the little eyeball on his shoulder and release 10 poison spores.
Oh no!
And then he's going to use his bonus action to detonate one, targeting all of the enemies and all of the other spores.
Oh
So
no!
have them make 10 DC 19 Constitution saving throws.
Have everybody do that?
Everybody that's hostile, because I didn't target the allies.
Yeah.
And then I will roll 30d6.
What the fuck is happening?
He's
just
using
nukes
his
the
fractor, and he's nuking the
Okay.
field.
Okay.
Fuck
That's sick
off.
nasty.
Mm-hmm. So that's a failure and a failure. The
So
bear.
failures are 129 and the successes are 64.
Jesus. What's the DC?
It's a poison damage. It's a DC 19.
DC 19. That's a
Jesus.
success. That's one failure. This bear. All right, I have to like rotate them. This bear failed. This guy. Well, he's dead. This guy. How much he failed, so he's dead. The captain. Oh, he's dead.
Oops.
Like actual full out dead.
Oh, poor guy.
So do you
With the
store these up
level-
over time?
Yeah, it takes a few days. Like, it would take a couple days, maybe 3 days to all 10. But
Yeah, he used everything at once and just
and make them
exploded them all.
explode.
Yeah. I knew that it was available. I just expected to do it, and that's a success. Okay, so these guys only take, he said 60-something points of damage?
64 poison, yeah.
Okay, that's the one he already messed up, so 64. Jesus.
And the other ones would have died anyway because they would have had a fatal disease. But they're dead from damage, so.
Yeah. Whoops, I did that backwards.
But they was fun.
Wait.
I just wanted to see if I could do that.
Yeah, that's woof.
Yeah,
Just wait till higher levels.
you rolled really high for 30d6, too.
Wait till it's 120 d6.
What the fuck?
Wait, what do you mean 120d6?
You put at 3. This would be if I had the full level 20, but at the 3rd level they get an additional 3d. Oh, and then at the 4th they get an additional 3. So it'll actually be.
Yeah, well, we should all. Oh, you know what though?
108.
I did do this. I'm going to allow it this time, but I realized they're immune to the poison.
Which are?
The mushrooms are immune to the poison.
Are they
They're
immune to
immune to
poison or are they immune to poison damage?
These things are not going to be able to hurt themselves
you're
with their own
right.
poison.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
you
one
can't detonate one into all of them. So I'm going to allow it this time because that was fucking cool and rule of cool. But from now on, my brain farted.
You know what it is?
They-
It's because
you
it
can
was so
detonate
cold
one
that
per
they were
turn.
brittle.
Yeah. It's just because it was cold. I knew there was a reason why I was like, yeah.
That
Good
does
job,
make sense,
but-
though.
But yeah, no, they're fucking immune to their own poison. Thank you very much. The poison they secrete from inside themselves don't kill themselves.
One hit point too. So if anything happens to them,
Yeah, if anybody attacks them, it detonates on them. Absolutely, it is a death swarm.
that was fun.
Yeah, you
That's
fucking
my
make the field.
turn. But at least now we know that I can't do that. That's. I mean, I did, but I can't anymore.
Okay, so that was your turn.
And now I have
Oh,
no
that guy.
spores. I don't have any spores left.
Okay. Wow, I'm shocked. Seti.
My turn. Well, fuck. She's just going to look at Clary, who is nearby, and be like, "See, this is what we were talking about."
Yeah.
And-
So to describe this, Grim literally just raises his hand from his and then you can see from his shoulder things start growing out, like eyeballs start
Because then he just goes the
globbing, like these like sort of globbing eyeballs start moving around the space. They start pulling themselves unnaturally and twisting around the area, and then he just snaps his finger, and one by one they just and as you guys are like surrounded in this cloud of thick putrid gas that has exploded everywhere, you turn and you look, and 3 of the people that were surrounding you are on the ground, and they are just hacking and coughing, and
All right.
and 2 of them are
The-
just
the
completely dead.
eyeballs just getting bigger.
So this
Well, yeah, and it inflates for a
Right,
second.
exactly.
And just,
that was
They make a little puff
completely
sound.
disgusting. This werebear next to me, how bad does he look?
the werebear next to you,
Yeah.
he looks like he's it's poison, so it's hard to tell, but he doesn't seem pleased.
I'm going to talk to him, and before I do anything else, I'm just going to say, you can lay down your weapons now, and this will all be over.
We'll even heal your friends.
We can maybe save you.
They're dead. You can't heal them.
He does have his
How do you
claw
get
hand.
that?
He can't put his hands down.
Well, he can make a surrender gesture. If you make this gesture, I will stop attacking you. If you don't, I'm going to kill you.
It goes and he turns to the left and he sees his dead Conrad. He goes,
Please, we can save them.
He's attacking me anyway.
it's
It'll be
not
aggressive.
it's not his turn.
Well, okay, but he roared at me aggressively. I
He roared.
Does anything happen when
You
the
can
guy
hold your
dies that
action.
has your hex on it?
could.
The person that had his hex, yeah, when they die, something happens.
Oh,
You
I
gain hit points.
regain hit points, which I didn't need. So, yeah, that was a really lovely. I always forget I have hex, and then I use it finally, and then he dies immediately. So that was a complete waste.
Yeah,
The guys that just killed Will.
No,
Will's
not
buried
that
their own
hex. I can
spores.
nuke the other hex.
Oh.
But that one was permanent. All right. So
Yeah, they start growing the spores inside them, right? In their corpses.
Yeah, it sprouts 2d4 tiny gas spores that grow to full size in 7 days.
Yeah, they won't though,
Because
because
little spores.
that's
Limited
right.
week frozen. It's too cold for them to grow, right?
it's too cold for them to grow.
all right. Well, you know, you have dug your own grave, I guess, and I'm going to do a green flame blade, a dusk shard attack. So
Okay.
to hit is 22,
Yeah, it hits.
So we're
and
gonna get a couple werebear skins to wear after this.
that is 14 points of damage, and then the green flame is... I have to look that up on a different page. Where is it? Where it suffers weapons. And close green fire. This... Okay, but what about the first creature? 1d8 plus 4? Hang on. 5th level, the melee attack deals an extra 1d4 fire damage to the target on a hit. Okay.
It definitely helps if there are people adjacent to it.
Well, the second target is adjacent, which right now it doesn't count. But the first target apparently takes 5 points of fire damage because I rolled a 1.
Okay, so 5 additional points of fire damage.
Yeah.
So you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your turn.
It should be...
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure that damage is correct, though. There's a lot of text to read. Okay, yeah, that's fine. 5. We'll call it 5. I'll figure it out. I'll use it
Okay.
again.
Okay, Bropsy. That Goliath is on the ground, unconscious, but like gasping and wheezing on the ground. He is not completely dead. The other 2 are completely dead.
All right. Would a cure wounds be enough, or does he need like restoration?
Cure wounds would bring him back to consciousness, but I don't remember how the poison works. It's not a good poison.
Okay.
Yeah, he will die in an hour equal to 1d12 plus his constitution score.
So he's gonna die in like a day. Like pretty much no matter
You
what.
could theoretically neutralize it with a spell, right? But
Yeah.
Thank you, Greater Restorer. Yeah.
Here,
I'm gonna go ahead and first level Cure Wounds him
Okay.
so that he's not dying and hopefully will not attack.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, please.
Can you roll it?
That's 8.
8 points. Okay, so he has 8 HP. And he's sitting there.
Okay.
He's just laying there. Okay.
Please, I'm gonna say, please. I don't want you to die. I don't want any more blood to be spilled.
He sort of opens his eyes slightly and rolls his head around. He's pretty out of it, but he is alive. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna turn this guy back over.
Bonus action shillelagh for the other ones.
Oh yeah, you can light up your shillelagh. Why not turn him around? Whatever. He's just gonna fight you upside down. He's gonna rotate around you so he can fight you that way. Let's go. Yeah. So all 3 of these guys are gonna attack. And what are we doing here? Bells. I swear I had a werebear stat sheet somewhere. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So against Mitnir, we've got a 21, a 21, and a 9.
Hit, miss.
Okay. Oh, that's a d20. What am I doing?
I want
these
that
guys.
weapon. Damn.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just roll a 1 on that.
I would.
Let's see here. So that's 13. That's 17 points of piercing damage. Or sorry, slashing damage. Reduced to... What did I say?
17.
What is
So
it?
the 8.
8. Sorry, my brain's completely fried right now, guys. And then, that's 8 points plus 4, 12, reduced to 6. Slashing damage. So as this bear comes up, you just... And it cuts through you, begins raking at you, and then as it pulls you close, it tries to bite you. But you just pull your hand up and just jab it straight into his jaw, forcing it away from you. That's the first one. The next one is attacking Seti.
Bring it on.
Natural 20.
Fuck.
A 17
Uh-huh.
and a 21.
Those are the 2 hits. The 17 misses.
17 misses. All right, so the first one was the bite. Oh, sorry. I was doing the other one right. It's a claw attack. The second claw attack misses. The bite hits. So that's how we'll do it. Okay, so we're just gonna roll double the dice on this one. Oh boy. That is 29 points of slashing damage.
Okay. That hurt.
And 21 points of piercing damage.
Oh god.
And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Can I hang on? That was for the second one, the 21? The second
yes.
attack that hit?
Shield?
Yeah, can I reaction shield that?
Yeah, you can.
I forgot I had that.
Because if you forgot you had it, I'll allow it. In the future, do it before I roll damage.
Yeah, reaction shield.
But yeah, so as he comes in and he claws through you, you feel it rake through your flesh.
I'm like,
and
ow,
just cut
fuck!
open,
And then I throw up my
and
shield.
you're like, oh fuck! Yeah, and throw up your shield immediately. And you just see the teeth sink in right into this magical barrier as your drum hits it, just sort of, and you can see.
Fuck
its
you,
lips
buddy.
sort
I
of
was trying to
vibrating
be
backwards.
nice and save your life, but you're like really mean, okay? That hurt a lot.
Okay, and then the last one's attacking Cleary.
Cleary, watch out! They hurt!
Oh, that's 2 low ones. Wait, what's your AC, Cleary? I bet it's bad. Is Cleary's? Oh, no, Cleary's.
I was like,
AC
his wasn't
20.
that bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a miss, and the bite hits. Great.
We're gonna have
Good
a were
stuff.
Cleary.
Does he
Yeah,
have
that's
shield?
Oh, he does have shield, right? Right.
I don't know.
Shield. Yeah, so he got shield. That'll do it. Plus 5 AC. Yeah, he rolled a 21. No, 22, and that puts him at 25. Yeah. So he just goes shield, and he pulls it up. He says, "Nice idea, City."
It's good shit.
So that, yeah. Now it's Cleary's turn. He's going to say, "My turn." And he is going to. He's gonna do. He's gonna do flaming magic missile in his face.
Nice.
That's what he's gonna do at 4th level.
Did you
'cause-
forget
'cause-
your green flame blade? She's concentrating.
Oh yeah, roll concentration check. Your DC is 14,
No, I don't
15.
think that's. Is that concentration?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, then you're good then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, how
So you're-
many?
Your green flame blade does weapon damage plus 1d8 fire damage on the initial hit, and then 1d8 plus spellcasting ability on the second.
Oh, that's 6.
Oh, so he only took 1 fire damage that time then. Give him
So
4
yeah,
hit
roll
points back, babe.
D8. But, yeah. You rolled 1 on a d8.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's gonna do.
See the spell though, that's what I was
3.
trying to figure out. When I click the damage for the spell, it says 1d8 plus 4, and I was like, well, what is the
7.
4? Because my modifier is 5, so where's the 4
11.
coming from? I don't fucking know.
12. All right,
Yeah.
so
That
12
could just be
plus
proficiency.
4, 4, 4, so 16. 28 points of damage.
Yeah, but
Jesus,
the
Cleary.
spell text doesn't say anything about adding that, so I don't know. I don't
The
know what's
spell
going on.
text says 1d8
It's just 1d8.
plus your spellcasting ability modifier
For the second
for
target.
the second target.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, so he places it right next to his chest, and you see it as on his fingers, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right in the center, another one appears, and it just all lights. It starts off as magic, and then it turns into flames, and he just puts it right into his chest and says, "Fuck off!" And he just sets it on fire. And you watch as this thing just, and this flare starts burning straight through it. He did an ass load of damage. That is Cleary's turn, though. And we're going to move on to Mitnir.
Yeah, I'm gonna reckless again
Do it.
at this guy. So advantage on the first swing is I rolled 2 18s. 29.
That'll hit a lot.
And so that's gonna be 13. It's the d6. 17 points of damage. 13/4 pierce. It's really
That's how much you get?
13/4 pierce.
Is that? Oh, that's so close. Damn. I thought that it was enough, but he's just barely holding on.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 1 on my damage.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way this guy's still alive.
So
Well,
the next one, we'll go ahead and
Attack.
Can I split this up? Can I do my bonus? I'll re-roll that even, but I'll do my bonus action zap. So he has to do a DC 17.
Oh, yeah. DC 17 dexterity saving throw. That's a failure.
Yes. So that's 8 points of lightning damage.
He's dead.
Okay.
So as you cut through him, and it just starts chomping, and he's just like, and then you just like
No, Neil.
flick your tail around, and as it does, it just zaps him slightly, and press your tail into his chest. Just he goes. He's unconscious,
Then
not dead, unconscious,
and
he's going to revert to his original form too.
I will move down to this one by SETI, and I'll do my second attack.
Okay.
So that would be a 20 to hit.
20 to hit. Yeah.
Mhm.
That'll hit.
Another 13 points of slashing.
Okay.
And 1 point of piercing. I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 1.
Awesome. Orin.
I took Orin's damage rolls.
Everyone is copying my damage rolls lately. I'm gonna shoot 2 bolts at the one next to Seti. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. There we go. That's me. First attack is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
That is 9 radiant damage.
Sweet.
Second is a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Okay. I will flurry of blows. Do 2
Flurry of blows.
14 to hit.
14 just hits.
For 7 radiant damage.
7. Okay.
16 to hit.
Hits.
Orin over here just
10
finding
radiant
the
damage.
minimum hit range.
So you're still into the sky. Just lift your hands up and just begin shooting these like fists of light over at this thing and just pounds into it. Minir, it's almost blinding as it comes over your shoulder as you just cut through this thing and then just like slams into it. It's still standing, but it looks really haggard.
Oh. I forgot that on my first attack that hits, I do extra damage. Where is it? It's an additional 10 radiant damage.
Yeah, still standing, but just barely.
Forgot about that part of the ability.
Yeah. Well, now rather than being maybe one hit kill, it'll probably almost definitely be a one hit kill now for the next person who attacks it. Okay. That's Orin's turn. The captain's dead. The Goliath Berserker is unconscious-ish. The Berserker's dead. Grim, it's your turn.
Grim will go, oh, some of you are still standing. And he will, I'll just shillelagh and go smack a bear.
Right?
Actually, I can reach that one from here. That's within 10 feet, right?
It is.
Alright. Just gonna smack him. I don't really feel like doing much else.
Good.
Combat
No.
where Grim never moved.
Exactly. Grim's like, no, these guys are not worth that.
Grim is becoming a god much faster than the rest of you. He's
Apparently.
embraced his god.
1d4 to hit, and then my meager damage will be...
How much?
8 damage.
8 damage.
Then
All
that's my turn.
Okay.
Grim's greatest weakness is attacks per round, and the rest of you have me. So
Steady.
Yes.
It's your turn.
I will do the same thing again, I guess. And I will do that. Yes, to hit is not great, but that's a 17.
A 17. That will hit.
I rolled a 1 on my d8 again. That is alright. 8 points of piercing damage, and
So
then
the guy right in front of you, he's
Yeah.
dead.
Oh, okay, never mind. And
Oh.
Well, he's not dead. He's back in his original form and unconscious.
all right, and then I will. Do I want to healing word myself for 1? It's only 1d4 plus 5. It's really not that good, but it's I can do it at second level. Let me bonus action do a
You
second.
could wait until I can actually heal you.
That's okay.
I also have 9 potions. Like,
That's okay. I'm going to use a pack slot. I'll use a pack slot and do it at first.
All right.
And that will hopefully... Yeah, that's 8 points. That's not too bad. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay.
I Aren't your
Dropsy.
attack slots like higher level or something like that, though?
No, they're only first level because I only have the 2 levels of Warlock. But
Oh, right.
yeah. But I can get them
Rapsy is gonna come over here to heal this
Mhm.
one.
Okay.
She's upset. No one else is dying today. That is another. Ooh, they get 11. And she's gonna yell across the field at the other bear that's, still up. For the love of God, please stop!
We don't even know if they can understand us when they're in.
Make a persuasion check for me.
I think Bropsy needs to get the spare the dying cantrip.
That one's an 18.
I
All right.
have the spares dying cancer.
They can see
he's-
me healing their friends.
They can see it. Yeah.
Seeing it.
It is the bear's turn. You see, he does this. He goes, and he starts backing up this way towards the boat, and he just kind of slumps down on the ground. That's his turn. Cleary slaps him as he leaves. No, I'm just kidding. Bitch slap.
Cleary magic missiles them at 9th level.
Clear's had enough of it. Shit.
Are we out of initiative?
Yes.
I would like
There are
to
2
go heal
unconscious,
the
and
other
as he
one.
sits down, he's going to make 1 death saving throw, and he fails.
Wait,
Is it the one right in front of me that failed?
I run.
I search
you-
his pockets.
Yeah, so you begin searching his pockets. As you get there, you see Mitnir is just rifling through his pockets. Through that guy's pockets, you pull out 5 tokens.
And then I take his
I'm
And
gonna
the
heal
second,
that one for 13.
You pull out 5 tokens. Seals them for 13.
Mm-hmm.
So 7. Yeah, so he'll survive for a little bit. Okay. He is no longer conscious. He sits there, and as you pull it away, you watch as you pull the tokens away, you watch as his flesh begins to freeze quickly.
Oh well.
No,
boy.
no.
And he just sits there, and you just see he gets.
He's going to slap Mitnir's hands.
Leave a token with the ones that are still alive. If they're just unconscious.
Are the 3 of them unconscious? Is the one sat down the only one that's conscious?
Those 2 are like in a daze right now. They're alive, but I'm going to say incapacitated.
Okay. Rapsy's gonna go full mom mode. She's gonna snap at the one who's sitting and say, you come here now. Explain this to us. Explain why 2 of your friends are now dead. And I had to save the other ones.
This one will get up and start limping over there. The bear is just sitting there with its head hung.
Oren was gonna fly down to these semi-unconscious guys and check for their tokens.
And he's just like, we only do what we can. I'm sorry. We're just trying to survive.
I understand that.
At this point, you should be more sorry to yourself. You further hurt yourself and your own chances.
I think they're pretty well aware of that now. We
She's
understand that you've been put into a terrible situation. But you have to also understand that we can't just let you kill us for our tokens. We are here to help. And if you can hang on a little longer and bear the cold and the hunger a little longer, we are going to get everybody out of here. We can't do that for your dead friends now. But we can still do that for
He just
you.
looks at you and he goes,
Yeah.
we don't have much time either way. We can't rest. We can't. We'll die soon.
You've been here a week. And how many tokens have you taken?
I've only got 2.
So 2 tokens have gotten you through a week, correct?
2 tokens, passing them around. I have 2 today. We had enough to keep everybody going.
If I give you my token to get a little bit more juice,
Explain exactly how the token works.
The tokens, one gives you enough warmth for one day you've been here, basically. And it gets colder. The cold doesn't go away, and the warmth doesn't go away from the tokens. It's just like a curse. It builds inside you, freezing you more and more and more. So you'll be fine if you have enough tokens for the number of days you've been here, but it gets colder when you get closer towards the center. We tried just trekking straight through. The second we stepped inside, we had a guy nearly die. We gave all our tokens to one person. It took 10 for him to feel like he wasn't freezing to death. I can only imagine how bad it's going to get the further in you go.
all right, team. Let's brainstorm. Do we have any ideas about what to do about all this? Can
Ropsy is fluffed and angry pacing.
can maybe me and Cleary put our heads together doing some kind of...
He says, can you give him back the tokens for now? I'm just until
You have your own
you
tokens.
decide what you're doing.
Ropsy didn't make sure that Manir put them back.
I
Didn't you
put
take all the-
one back.
I'm
There's
gonna
two
take all the
dead-
tokens
dead
from the dead
bodies,
ones.
so whatever
He still
token the
looks
dead guys
very
get.
cold.
I'll
Yeah, the
take my tokens from the dead guys.
All right, so the captain had 5 tokens. The other guy that died, he only had 2 tokens.
So we have 7 extra tokens on top of the ones that every single living person here has.
That's correct.
I'll
So
give each of you 1 and then keep an extra for myself.
Yeah, they only need 1 for a day, right?
It's for each day you've been here.
It's
Not
an
giving them to
accumulative
us.
cold.
I'm not giving it to
This-
them. They have,
See, I'm going to help you guys out now. I'm going to explain this so that you understand the mechanics of this place.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have something called CT. When you arrived here, you had 0 CT. That stands for cold threat.
Mhm.
All right. For each action, like getting in water, increases your CTs. So you now have 1 CT. And the other one, the tokens, give you a warmth modifier. So everybody that has one currently has 1 warmth modifier. And because one person bundled up, they got an additional warmth modifier. So Beelan, you're sitting at 2 warmth modifier. These people are all at 7 cold threat for being here for a week. They're all taking persistent cold damage.
So they all need 7 tokens to just be even.
Yes.
So every day you're
Yep.
here, you need to get an additional token.
You need to collect more tokens.
yeah,
And
they're doing no matter what.
everybody who arrives here gets a token.
And what happens if you have 0 tokens?
Then you have the
You-
cumulative...
You're just taking the cold damage. And
The cold damage stacks over time, and it applies every hour. So they're taking 7 cold damage an hour to their life total maximum. And if you rest while you're cursed, you don't regain hit points. If you're not even, you don't regain hit points. Instead, you take your hours of damage.
basically, we need to zerg through here as quickly as we can. But we
We've
also
got to go
need
fast.
we also need to collect tokens
I-
to shield ourselves at the middle.
Could reincarnate people.
I mean, these guys are.
You have a reincarnation spell?
That I like I said, I have,
have
one
level 5
spell
spells.
left that I haven't, like, because I'm like freaking out, like I don't know what to do with it. They're all freaking concentration, and one of the ones I've been eyeing is the one that reincarnates. Like they get a different body, but
It just puts them into the cycle of reincarnation instead of going to a different plane.
No, it's
Uh-huh.
it's effectively raised dead, right?
Let me.
Well, you have
find
to.
it. I think that's a 5th level. Yeah, reincarnate. You touch a dead humanoid or a piece of a dead humanoid, provided the creature has been dead no longer than 10 days. The spell forms a new adult body for it and then calls the soul to enter the body. If the target soul isn't free or willing to do so, the spell fails.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Interesting. It's
Yeah,
basically a raised dead, just
Mhm.
with a new body, which I would say has no experience. It's like, you're level 1 now.
I don't know that it works like
It
that.
it
does
is
it?
expensive.
You probably get your normal res
It
penalties.
requires things that I don't currently have, but it also is up to 10 days, so...
The reincarnated creature recalls its former life and experiences. It retains the capability to have it in its original form, except it exchanges the original race for the new one and changes its racial traits accordingly. So it stays the same level and everything. It's just raised dead,
wow.
but druid flavored.
Interesting.
All right. So, is there some kind of check that maybe me and Cleary and some of the more medically minded people like Propsy could make to ascertain? Yeah, to ascertain if this is some kind of curse or magical effect that could be dispelled?
Well,
I guess make an Arcana check.
he got better when I used
Or
Lesser
and
Restoration on
guidance.
him, so...
I got a 19.
Got a 19.
Yeah.
You might have.
I
removed
assist
one.
and or guidance.
Beginning to probe it with magic, you see
21.
that whatever this curse is, it is maybe not absolute, but it seems like it would be very, very tricky to deal with.
So not something we could just like remove curse on a person on or dispel magic on.
Well,
I think you can.
Or great restore away.
I mean, I Lesser Restoration him and he gained some color back, right?
I would say that some of his symptoms were
Eased.
alleviated.
But like
I'm not saying it's really. I'm not saying it removed it entirely, but it might have removed like one
like,
CT or something.
Yeah.
or given him like an extra hour.
He's an ally now, so we would know.
I don't think he's an ally.
I mean,
He's an
I
ally
can.
now. We saved them.
He's a prisoner. He's
All
not an
right.
ally.
I only have so many slots for this, but shit. If we don't get to rest while we're here, we need to save our spells. On the other hand, if it works, it could actually save a life. But if it doesn't, there's a good chance it won't work,
Oh, wait.
even if it does work. You know what I mean?
What?
We gain one per day, right? So we should be good tomorrow. We all have 2.
Well, but we're gonna keep venturing inward, and then we'll need more and more and more.
Yeah. That's why we should just kill these guys and take all of them. Sorry.
I mean, Grim.
They don't deserve to die any more than we do.
Well, they're
Cleary
here-
kind
To be technical,
wanders
these
over
guys
and
are
says-
dead regardless.
Cleary wanders over and says, "I told you he was evil."
Tried to kill us. You are justified in defending yourself. It was very stupid of them to do that. Either they die on their
And
own.
stupid
or they
doesn't
attack
mean they
us and
deserve
die.
to die.
All right. Look, we're
I'm
not.
just gonna state for the record that all these guys you just healed are probably gonna die in the next hour because they can't heal when they rest and they don't
It's
have
true.
enough tokens. They're gonna take
a
damage
mouse
and
that-
die.
The mouse attacks a snake.
And
you're
all
mad
know
if the
that I
snake eats
did
the
what I
mouse.
could.
Yes, I think we are kind of out of options.
I think
I am going
think
to
it's-
try.
very important to treat these people as much respect as possible because they are in a desperate situation. I think Propsy's right.
Yes.
But at the same time, if we have any chance of saving them, we obviously need to collect tokens and we need to end this
Yes.
place like we ended the last one.
What we should do,
I'm.
now hear Grim out. We let them die. I will gentle repose their bodies so that we can raise them later. We just take their corpses with us.
What does gentle repose do?
They
It
don't
extends,
decay or-
yeah, the
Basically-
decay time. Instead of like within 10 days, it's
Yeah. Plus, we both have raised dead anyway. And the dude that's left can find a way to pay us to raise his buddies. Yeah, because like we don't just have $1,000 or 1,000 gold worth of diamonds like.
Yeah.
That's just Grim's idea. We
I
We
think-
preserve
do
their
have a lot of
corpses.
diamonds.
We have a lot of diamonds.
We have a lot
We
of
have the
diamonds.
ability to bring people
but
back
it's-
from the dead.
For my reincarnate, it's rare oils and unguents worth at least 1,000.
All right.
While they're debating this, Mitnir goes off to hunt a polar bear.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oils and onions. But anyway, stuff I don't have right now.
Mitnir, as you start to walk out looking for a polar bear, make me a perception check.
But you can
Yeah.
gentle repose right now, right?
Perception.
I can. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll gentle repose the two corpses of the people I just killed.
There it is.
Into the bag of holding.
That is a 15.
Yeah, you
I was
definitely
gonna
see
ask,
the
like-
thing moving across the ice in the distance.
I'm gonna go get one.
No, I'm saying the thing moving across the ice in the distance. Go ahead and scroll up on the map.
Oh shit.
Oh, Lord.
Oh no.
Guys!
Fuck.
Is that Mindir's daddy?
What is
just like,
that?
guys, I say we let him die. There's a bigger problem.
You guys see this large, like snake-like creature just crawling in and out of the water, just
Oh shit.
blinking, and you can see like it's just dripping in this water, and it's just
Do you think that thing has tokens?
opens its mouth. Its head is about the size of
It might have them in
Mitnir's
stomach.
entire upper body.
Oh god.
We
All
might
right.
have tokens, but its
Uh,
skin is definitely immune to the cold.
That token I gave back, the
True.
guy that's gonna be dead, I took it back.
I'm
You
gonna.
took the tokens back out.
All 5 or just one?
No, no.
I gave him one so he would die. When I see that thing, I'm like, scoop.
Oop.
No. Ropsy will fight you.
Hold on. We don't need to
I mean
start
it.
fighting
When
each
I
other. Hey.
slapped your hand
Hey.
earlier, I mean it, and I will do it again.
Hey. All right. Look. What are your names? By the way, what are your names?
Who are you asking? Because 2 of them are just
The
like
one,
sitting there, like
the one that has been
The ones who
talking
are
to us.
the one the conscious one. He says, "My name's Bullrock."
Right. I'm
The guy named Walk.
Bullrock. Listen,
Who the name is that?
this is an awful
It was just that last
situation.
week.
It's not Bullrock. It's Bullbuck.
Bullbuck. This is an awful situation. But I think my friend Grim here has the way of it. The best we can do in this situation is we can cast magic to preserve the bodies of those who have died. And then when the cauldron has an exit and we get out of here, we can cast more magic
Do we
to
perceive this yet? City has 26 passive perception.
Oh, is it like actually moving closer that fast? Holy
Yeah.
fuck. That's so fast.
As you guys are having this
I'm
conversation,
hoping Ropsy sees it.
you watch as a mouth comes out of the water.
You're all going
and
to be
its head
fine.
Comes up and it just goes, and it bites the werebear sitting next to the water and drags it into the water.
No. Was that one of the dead ones?
No,
Nope.
No,
that's the one
that
that
was the
backed.
one-
Hey,
still alive.
fuck you, bud.
Oh, the
I did.
tokens!
The,
I just want to say, I have alert, so I feel like I could shoot that thing when it popped its head out as it's taking them away.
Yeah, go ahead and make
You
an attack
can't be
roll.
surprised.
All right.
You can be surprised. I have this thing on the map just moving him around for this whole time.
Okay, well,
I
Over
had to
here.
zoom
A
in
player.
very far to
16 to hit.
angle Ropsy for my RP, you know?
No, that's perfectly fine. So you guys were watching, and as you do, you see this thing sort of like, you're like, guys, and then you started talking like, what are you doing? And the time it took
I
you
thought
to
we
talk,
had more
this
time.
thing
I didn't know it was
disappeared.
moving that fast.
This thing disappeared under the water, and the next thing you know, its head pops up and it pulls this werebear under the water. And then all
16
the
and
ice.
22 to hit.
One of those. The 22 definitely hits. Let me go find this guy real quick.
You guys that might not have seen that
The
thing,
22 hits.
see me pop off 2 shots in their direction.
The 22 hits.
Okay, so 10 radiant damage.
10 radiant damage. Okay, let me go write down his health total.
Orin will just be like, did you guys see that thing?
So he did hit it, so we're probably gonna be rolling it.
So you hit it in the face, it goes.
I think we need
and it
to
still
run.
bites him and takes him under.
We need to run. So I'm going to, like, Midnir, grab that guy.
As you guys start talking and saying we need to run, you
We're
see,
not running anywhere.
you guys notice on the water. Whoops. Another one moving in the distance.
So there's 2 of them?
And then make a perception check.
Oh, fuck.
There's plenty more than 2.
26 passive.
I do have a 26 passive. I also get
Yeah, then you
advantage.
notice
I have a 24 for the roll.
Yeah. You notice there's another one moving across the water, and there's another one.
So there are 3 total.
There are 3 total that you're aware of. Yeah.
Within our immediate vicinity.
It's up for you guys what you want to do. This one doesn't seem to be like heading straight towards you, and it's not as close as what I put that one at just now. The other one that was moving close, this one's kind of like was up on a rock.
Alright, the dead
and
guys
it's-
are going in the back.
Yeah, that already happened, right? Like, Grim, you cast Gentle Repose on the dead guys. We put them in the bag of holding, yeah?
Well, they weren't dead. They had just been healed.
No, the dead. There were a couple of dead ones.
Oh, the 2 dead guys. The 2 dead guys. Yes, those guys.
Okay, so that other guy,
dead.
he just got
Gentle Repose.
eaten. He's gone. We can't give him back,
We
probably.
can kill the other ones.
The other werebear has been ripped underwater and is nowhere to be seen. But
Okay.
the
Three of
entire
them-
ice flow just shifted and raised slightly and
That guy
started
had
moving.
2 tokens, man. We just lost 2 tokens.
Yeah. Do we?
No, he had 5.
Wait. I thought we looted them. They only had 1 each.
No,
he wasn't
we looted
dead.
the dead ones.
Yeah,
No,
he was
you
the one
looted
that was
the dead
still
one.
He's the one that got
The
yelled
dead
at
one
and
had
backed
5
up.
and 2.
He
The
was
one that was living
he was the
fat
one that
slot.
was
The one that was
resting
talking.
against.
I thought we looted the
the
unconscious
one that was
guys
talking
too.
is still there.
We did. That
The-
one wasn't unconscious.
That
There
one
were,
wasn't unconscious.
there were
Oh.
2 dead, 2 conscious, and 2 unconscious.
Yeah, he's the one that
All right,
was
well- Okay.
surrendered. Yeah.
We have like 2 seconds to figure things out. So my proposal is honestly kill the guys that are still alive, gentle repose them, stuff in the bag of holding, and then run and fly or levitate or whatever the fuck we can do to get out of here.
Yeah.
As this thing starts getting close, Cleary says, "We need to go now." And you watch as he takes out his book and he begins drawing across it. And as he does, you watch as he gestures forward, and what looks like fire begins to move, but it's pure blue, and it begins shifting up as he casts Wall of Ice, which slides across this entire space in front of him. He goes,
I'm casting Fly on Mitnir, and
I think if we just take their tokens away, that would kill them, and then we can do the general post thing.
I don't think that would instant kill them. I don't.
I mean, I'd have to gentle repose them tomorrow because I'm at a level 2s, but
oh shit.
I mean,
we
you
have
can
10
up that.
days. It's a 10-day
"We do not
time.
have a lot of time. I
We can do
think
that
that
too.
might
Shove them in the
block
bag.
them from seeing us, but we need to go now.
Yeah,
One way or
so
another.
We're
them up.
we're shoving them in the bag or dragging them something. I don't know.
Doesn't-
Yeah, so as you start picking these people up, he's like, get up, and he grabs them, and they all start shuffling and getting to their feet, and they're moving with you now, but these things are, you can feel the water, sort of like, you can hear it bubbling and sloshing.
Mm-hmm.
all right, so Mitnir, take as many people as you have
You
fly.
don't know how many there are, but they are underneath this ice flow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mitnir can fly, carry as many people as you can. I'm casting levitate on the next heaviest person who can't fly. That would probably be Grim. So Grim can levitate now, and you can only go up and down. But you could grab onto Mitnir's leg or something and like kite along.
With his super long reach arms, in theory, he
Oh
could
yeah,
just
you could just move yourself along.
levitate 10 feet across 10 feet above the ground, just going, ah!
Yeah,
dragging
you can
yourself
propel
along.
yourself with your. But I figured maybe Grim could also carry some people and get them up off the ground too.
That's
So-
true. Grim can
You
carry
could
people.
effectively make yourself fly with levitate, in theory.
I guess first thing, once I'm flying, I'm gonna go crash into one of their tents and basically make myself like a cape with the tent tarp,
Okay. And,
and then
all right,
I'll
go ahead and
do-
give yourself one warmth modifier.
and
Alright.
the reason I'm doing that is so I can put SETI on my back.
No,
but she's like,
I'm good. I'm good. Take
You're good?
take people
Okay.
who can't fly. So that's Bropsy.
Bropsy.
Oren, you're out.
I
You've used your
can
wings already,
cast-
right?
My wings only last a minute.
Yeah. So Oren can't fly. Bropsy, you can cast fly.
Not fly, but I have a.
You have a thing that lets you
I
fly.
can use too.
So carry some
More
of
bubble, but I
the
have
some of
freedom.
the alive guys.
I mean,
I was gonna
that's
say the
fine.
biggest point is fewer spells used better.
Yes.
Freedom of the winds is what I can.
Depends how far it gets us. Let's just Zerg. Everyone go towards the center as fast as you can.
Can we not like polymorph someone into like a giant bird or something?
Oh shit, we could just do it one big polymorph.
There's a giant
It's
slosh, and you hear
it's a
something
bit
hit
late
the
for
bottom
that.
of the ice and try to break its way through and slam into the wall that.
So I've
Cleary
used
had
two
created.
free
Big
spells.
Bird.
Dropsy,
Can we Big Bird? Can I do that? I visited a zoo.
Yes,
do
you
I
can
have a big
absolutely
bird?
turn into a giant owl or a giant eagle, your choice.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Everybody fucking hop on. Let's go magic school bus.
I believe you can carry 2 people as a giant owl.
I
So take-
swear to fucking God.
okay,
All right.
hold on,
Yeah,
hold on, wait,
not
wait.
a school bus.
No, we got this covered. So Grim's levitating; he can propel himself along. Mitnir can
Oh,
fly.
am I?
Mitnir,
Yeah.
how many people can Mitnir carry?
Grim can polymorph someone.
He can fly 2 people.
No, Grim
Okay,
won't-
so
Grim got
so
rid of Colin.
Mitnir, take the 2 surviving people and get
No,
them out of here.
Okay, he can't lift them because they're pretty burly. Like he could lift like you and Bropsy. He could carry
I
2.
could probably do Arn in this case too if he was the
Can
one.
I?
Okay,
carry
Or
this
or in one
shit?
of them he could carry. Yeah.
Okay, so
And
one of
the
those
survivors.
guys
Just-
and Orin.
But one of those is a Goliath, so
Okay.
Where do I see my weights that I can carry again?
your carrying capacity is under.
Under inventory.
Is it
So-
in your inventory?
Yeah, you click on weight carried.
Yeah.
Top corner there.
Can
I
Bropsy
can
take the
carry
other one, the Goliath?
180 pounds. I have 360
So
extra
you can
pounds I
carry the Goliath. Yeah.
Okay, so
Even
Grim
while levitating, you can carry the Goliath.
is taking the Goliath. Mitnir has Orin and the other
on my
guy.
shoulders.
Bropsy is going to polymorph and can take me and Cleary.
Yeah.
That's all of us. The dead bodies are in the bag of holding.
All right, so as you guys very quickly start doing this and lots of bickering, you see this thing sort of breaks through the ice and is sort of like half in, half under this wall of like sort of like moving ice. And you see it goes, oh!
We
begins
just,
chomping its way under the ice,
Fucking
just
go!
fracturing the thing.
Towards
As you
the
guys
center.
begin lifting off of the ground and begin shifting across the way. Ice flows fall away from you. And you start to get a real look at this thing as you get slightly higher into the air. You look around and you can see all this ice flow is shifting in all these directions, and you can see individuals and monsters fighting everywhere.
oh, great.
It's not super concentrated out here, but the closer you get to that wall of ice, the more conflict you see going on. You see fighting. You see like breaths like being spewed from monsters and freezing people solid.
So
You
this
see,
fucking guy,
wolves
he's
and
just
bears and
he just pulls people in from the plains and then makes them fight to the death and has a nice little laugh up there. This fucker.
Just over my shoulder, Doran. We should go fight one.
I mean, I already
So what we should do is
shot
we
one
should
in the head.
we should go find all the corpses, take their tokens, you know.
Yeah, as we're flying by, can we just swoop down and grab a corpse?
you can certainly try.
If
Just
there
rifle-
even are any. These
just
things
rifle
probably
through.
ate everything.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go? Because I will remind you, you'll have like 10 minutes of flying.
I think we need to zerg towards the center as fast as we can go. Like, let's just, we've got some
How far
distance
does
we
it
can
look
use.
like the center is?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Pretty
We're only
far,
going for
right?
10 minutes right now.
Yeah, you can fly for about 10 minutes. What's your fly speed? It's half because you're carrying people.
I don't have any speed.
I was like,
That's
whatever.
such somebody else.
Whatever the speed.
No,
I
what's,
don't know.
I think it's 60 feet would be my
It's
guess.
60 feet.
Yeah, so you're
It's
moving
from the
30
top.
feet, so 60 feet per round because you're, using your action.
Can.
So if you did it by
Wait,
that,
hold up.
around
If
6
he's
seconds.
levitating, can he levitate holding on to me? So I'm dragging him, but not carrying.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
could do that.
slows you down more.
you can move 6,000 feet, which is roughly.
As a giant eagle, I have a 80-foot fly speed, so I'm
No,
not too
You
concerned
you
about.
can fly a lot
hometown.
further. I'm just saying your slowest person currently flying.
Which is
Well-
why I'm dragging the slowest person.
No, slowest person is Mitnir. You're not dragging him.
Yeah, he's flying carrying
Oh.
2 people.
Okay,
Yeah.
well I can do that instead. Well, I can do both. Can I?
What?
I don't think you would
Levitate-
speed him up if you were trying
You
to
can-
drag him.
You can drag the levitate because the levitate guy is
Yeah.
basically weightless.
Yeah, like I'm
Okay.
frictionless or whatever. Yeah.
but you
Yeah, he
can't
can
drag
grab onto the
flying
back of
guy.
you. Yeah.
How the fuck
So-
do I get here faster?
Again, you can move 6,000 feet. You can move roughly 6,000 feet in the 10
Take
minutes.
a haste
Is
potion.
that the slowest
Costs
person? Hang on, hold up. Is that the
That is
slowest
Mitnir.
person?
Yes, the
Yeah.
slowest person.
So 6,000 feet is. Hang on,
It's-
I can't. Do
I
that.
think it might be like it's either 2 miles or it's 1
It's a
mile
little bit-
plus.
It's a little bit more than 1 mile.
It's 1 in
I
So
think it's too much.
is
One
it
in
like
one-
5,200?
1.13.
1.13. Okay, so it is like 5,200 something feet per mile. I wasn't sure if it was 2,500 or 5,200.
Yeah.
So
So 1.13
Okay.
miles towards the center. How close
Yeah.
does that get us?
well, Bropsy, you're up in the sky and you're taking like a real look around with Seti and Clear. You guys can fly circles around Mitnir and the others that are flying as fast as they can, carrying these other individuals. So that's only going to get you like looking as you guys fly up. It looks like it's probably about 5 to 10 miles at least to the edge.
To the center? Or to the.
No, not to the center.
To the wall.
To the edge of the ice wall.
Ugh. Well, can we. So it's 5 or 10 miles to that. This only gets us a mile.
Where's the closest group of humans? Like people. Can we see like
Make me a perception check.
It is nighttime now too.
Yeah.
How,
I'll also
what,
try
why
that.
would you open your
24
mouth
from my
to say that?
prescription.
Because it was getting dark before we even met these guys.
20
Yeah,
24 from my
it is
perception.
absolutely nighttime. 24?
Yeah.
You can make out what appears to be humanoids, or rather structures. You can't make out any humanoids from the height as you're being dragged around by this bird. But looking
Mhm.
out, you can see like a boat structure in the distance. Further, like if you were gonna like, let's say currently the way that you're positioned relative to the statue, it would be like left from the statue, which is not towards the center.
Okay.
But you think that basically with the amount of distance Mitnir can move, you could probably make it there.
We should pick some landmark to go to, because otherwise we're just gonna be going towards. Like, we can make it somewhere while we're still airborne. That would be good.
Yeah, and with the
Let's-
height you guys
let's try
start to
go to
get,
this place.
with the height you guys do start to get, you can see that this wall of ice is actually a full-on shelf. It's not a wall. The land itself is higher, is taller the whole way across. But there are like little grooves and cut pieces where it just dips down, where there's like gaps. It almost looks like just cracked, like glaciers stacked into the water, sort of forming a sort of jagged shelf. But yeah, as far as landmarks go, you guys could try to head towards the like what looks like to be like a boat-like structure.
Yeah, something that's not just ice.
But that is
Would be nice.
not towards the center.
Oh, is it not?
Mm-mm.
Shoot.
I think we don't need shelter because I can make a dome if we need to. You
Oh,
know,
that's true.
stay
You can
somewhere.
do that.
So
Yeah.
I think
I
we
forgot
we
about
go as far towards the center as we can, and then find a place that is relatively unbothered by people or monsters,
Mhm.
and then regroup.
That sounds like as good an idea as anything. Also, flying is not my favorite. Let's go, though.
Let's go.
I'm going to say into
Randy.
the ring. Wait, who's carrying the?
Here's what I'm imagining is actually happening, because you guys can't plan that well while you're
We're
flying
just, like,
around in the sky.
going
As far
towards
as
the
you
wall.
know, I'm pretty sure Mitnir is just heading towards the center as fast as he can.
I told everybody to head towards the center as fast as they
Yeah,
could.
that's what we're doing. We're
Yeah.
just kind of.
And they're flying around as a bird, like flying circles around you, dragging behind them.
But we can talk to each other through the rings, so like we
Yes,
can.
you can
Like,
talk to each other if you're within, like, what is it, 900 feet? So you have to.
That's not a problem. Like
Like
we're not
that.
trying to break
Yeah,
up or
we're not
anything. We're
trying
trying
to
to stay
separate.
together.
So just tell me what direction you're heading for the 10 minutes you can fly with
I
Mitnir.
was like, while they do that,
Like I said-
Mitnir's complaining about this guy being heavy and slowing us down.
Although
like
you
not
could
to
just-
everyone else, just to Beelan.
I'll also say this:
Arn.
in theory, you could fly in that direction and then drop off these extra people, and then pick Mitnir up with the giant bird that can fly for a lot longer, and make some more distance. You know, there's options.
I have an hour of this, so.
Oh, so you can go 6
Much
times
longer.
further,
Mhm.
but that would still leave.
Let's make as much progress as we can,
All right.
and then I will do the same. I can also polymorph.
Well, so can I. So
Well, I'm
just saying-
wild shaped
Oh, that is
because
pretty
it's only a challenge rating of 1.
Yeah,
Alright.
nice.
I'm not great in a fight.
all right, so just into the ring. Let's find a place where we can set down. That it doesn't have any fighting on it. And you know, I'll do a perception check if I need to find such a place. But I'll be like,
It's easy enough for you. Like,
over
there's
there,
a
off to the
section
left?
That, no, up towards the area, there is a large shelf of ice that looks to be cold, barren. Doesn't seem to be much conflict going on around there.
all right.
You can
Over
see
there?
like sort of like small little bits of firelight sprinkled throughout this for miles in the distance. But yeah, there's a relatively safe looking shelf. You don't know if there's monsters that could be lurking beneath the ice. There's just no way to tell. But it looks about as isolated as anything else.
All right. So I'll be like, Bropsy, can we sit down there first and do a little bit of a scout before the other people get here? And make sure it's safe.
Ah. Yep. I can't speak, so.
And I'll even just like, as soon as she's close to the ground, I'll just like jump off and kind of like feel around or wait and like try to perceive if there's any kind of threat in the area.
All right. Make me a perception check.
That is a 28.
With a 28, you feel fairly confident that there are no creatures within the immediate vicinity of where you are. And when I say that, with at least 100 yards, there doesn't appear to be any living things that could be aware of your presence.
All right. So I'll like flag everybody else in and, you know, try to like just try to be quiet when you sit down. We don't want to make any big, bright, loud sounds or noises or anything. So I'll get everybody to group up here.
Okay. So as you all convene, you see a couple of shivering people. Meanwhile, one of those people goes unconscious.
All right. Grim.
That would be the Goliath that just went unconscious.
All right. It's okay. Grim, you can't do any more of your magic until tomorrow, right?
Is that the one that I'm carrying now?
Yes. He goes unconscious.
No, I can't do any more magic, but he's still, I mean, he has time. If he dies,
It's still
Big
10
deal.
days.
You still
it's
have
10
to.
days.
And if he goes in the bag of holding, he won't.
The spell just preserves him in case it takes
Okay.
longer, so.
If there's no air, how does decomposing work in the bag of holding?
We have done this before in my Saltmarsh game, but the corpse was already like charred to a crisp. So
I mean, we don't really know what goes on inside a bag of holding.
Who has the big bag of holding that the people are going into?
well, I have one, and then
Ropsy
Ropsy has
has
one
I have
too.
the
So
big
if we
one,
need
which
to
we can
divide them
access
up,
to Kissenberg.
because I don't know how
Yeah.
big the Goliath might be too big to go into a bag of holding.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think-
I'm gonna
I think
take
it's
Skelter
only
with
like
him.
2
He's not
feet.
going to fit into a bag of holding. If you have a portable hole, I would say that would be your best form.
Larry, do you
of
have a portable
storing this.
hole?
No, I think Orn does though, doesn't he?
Did. He doesn't anymore.
Oh. No, I don't carry a portable hole around with me.
Man, That's a bummer. We should get
I
one.
believe with the proper materials I could make one, but
What are those
that
materials?
doesn't seem like the proper materials kind of place.
Yeah.
My portable hole is currently in use on another plane of existence.
Whoops.
Ah.
All right. Well, we can't do anything for the Goliath then. I think he's fucked.
You said he had 2, right?
I mean, could I polymorph his corpse into something and then put the corpse into the polymorphed like rabbit into the bag because it's small?
He doesn't need to get in the bag immediately. He's dead.
I don't think you can polymorph a unliving creature.
Well,
I have 5 tokens.
all right.
Yeah.
So the problem is, I
You
don't. We can't just carry his corpse around. You know, we have things to do and places to go, and you know, we can't just carry a big heavy
Well,
corpse
after
around.
an hour or whenever I drop this, we can put it in the bag.
Yeah, whenever we're done. I'll just carry him until then.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to
Little
fit in the bag. Is
He
the
still
point?
doesn't fit.
A Goliath is too big
In
Okay,
In my
chop it
bag?
up.
in any bag. The bag
is
of
opening
holding.
like this.
Yeah, it has to be like less than 2 feet.
You
in-
might get his head in.
I can just cut him up. It's not the big deal.
Technically, I only
He
need a
gets a
piece
new
of them.
body. Exactly. He gets a new body anyway. Let's take his freaking toe and go.
Oh boy. Well, for gentle repose, you need his head.
Show up
But
and
yeah.
Then
be
let's
like,
take his head. Let's
"Oh,
take
we
his head.
can't kill people, but we can dismember them to reincarnate them
This-
as something
This is
against
fine.
their will."
This is so fucked up, but also, I mean, if that's how the magic works and you can bring him back to life that way, then who am I to judge? This nature doing
think-
what nature does.
Is the guy I'm carrying big yet on the
Reincarnate
way
as
there?
something less large. You know, it'd be better for him maybe.
All right. So I want everybody to. Rapsy can stay a bird for a little
I'm
while
not
longer.
happy.
So I want to make more progress, but obviously
you
our
can
spells
stay
are all
a bird
out.
for a little while longer, Propsy.
A bird, not
big
not a
bird.
talking bird, but a bird.
A while.
Uh,
Peace bird.
30, 40 years.
She's gatekeeping my identity here.
well, you can talk right now, so somebody. All right. So she can carry a number of us, but I can still bamf out some wings. I can still polymorph people. Cleary has
And then
polymorph.
Meteor arrives, just slides onto the ground
What?
with all his guys, saying, because you guys landed early and started scoping out the place and talking.
Oh.
Like, oh, Meteor's here.
I was waiting for everybody to arrive, so we wouldn't have to do this. But all right.
It's
So
okay, he's heard everything.
yeah.
So,
So-
Midnir and Orin, and we seem to be missing somebody.
Did you guys just drop your guy?
He panicked. I couldn't hold on to him.
Sure.
We got his
Sure.
coins though.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I am so upset at
Eagle
everybody right
Is
now.
going to pounce Mitnir as if she's gonna eat his face.
So so this little bird
And-
pounces on you and does
How many
nothing.
tokens did that guy?
Oh my god! Like I don't know if I need a roll for not screaming at you.
You could scream in his face. It's fine. You have my permission. Go ahead. Just do a big.
Are we
Owl
gonna like
screech.
attract people by doing that?
Oh,
though?
that's right. I did say be
You're a
quiet.
giant bird right now.
Which
so
is
you-
why it's
you
taking
know,
all.
so-
It's taking my IRL willpower to not scream at you.
Silent scream.
So as she comes over here, she starts hitting
I
you.
will wrangle you a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, starts
How
hitting you
big
and
is this?
smacking you.
Owl.
I am a giant eagle.
Oh, she's a giant eagle right now. So it's
Right.
pecking you.
Is it still counted as like giant size?
It's large.
Large.
So I will grapple her then.
Oh.
A giant
Make
eagle
it-
can actually speak, though, interestingly enough.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
What I can't? Where does it say that?
It speaks giant eagle, and it understands common and Orin, but can't speak them.
They can't speak
Oh.
them. Yeah. So it
Actually,
it can
communicate
understand what
with
we're saying.
language to
though.
other giant eagles,
yeah.
which is kind of cool.
All right. Well, okay. This whole thing is fucked up. We don't have time to fight each other. I'm very disappointed in both of you. I am a little disappointed in the talk of decapitation, but I think that's actually our best option right now.
Meanwhile, you can see Cleary is
You mean-
literally
wait,
sitting.
wait,
sitting
wait.
I mean
there,
Mitnir
he's
and Orin,
literally
Propsy, not
casting
you.
Liam's- He's casting
what-
tiny
what
hut.
did-
No,
Orin,
don't cast
Orin,
Tiny
Orin.
Hut. We're going to
Person?
keep moving.
I wasn't carrying anybody.
Clary's like,
Yeah. So
I
that.
can cast this thing as many times as necessary. If we're going to converse right now, we should do it where we can't have the noise echoing everywhere.
Well, we're trying to do it quietly, but everybody, basically, as many people as Propsy can carry, get on
Drops the
Propsy.
spell.
Everybody get on Propsy who can.
Giant eagle ain't fitting in a hut.
So how many people can Propsy carry and still fly at full speed?
Right?
Just 2?
Yep.
Okay. So
I mean, I could go at lower speed to carry people.
I think it's better if we polymorph one more person and then carry all of
can do
us
that
and
too.
go at max speed.
Yes, I can polymorph.
If you want, if you want to.
It'd be easier if I polymorphed another person, so that assuming somebody attacked us, I wouldn't lose concentration.
I think that I should stay a person so that my perception can be of benefit to us.
Hey, Oren, how do you feel about being a bird?
Polymorph Minior, so we can't speak anymore.
Oh, yes, let's polymorph.
We don't.
Mitnir.
I don't think
Mitnir,
we
how do you
want
feel about being
Mitnir
a bird?
making the decisions.
He turns Mitnir into a bird.
All right, Mitnir's now
While
a
we're stopping,
giant
I'll
eagle
look
as
around
well?
to see if there's any
Side
corpses
note.
around.
Side note,
Granted, you have the
How
intelligence
many-
of a giant eagle.
how many
So,
tokens
about the
did
same.
He already
So you
did.
should-
the guy have?
How many tokens did which guy? The one that you
Mitnir
dropped? Which one was it?
I'm guessing it was the one that was next to me, so he would have had 1.
Yeah, so you would have had 1. You got the
Okay.
1 back from the guy that you already took the 5 from.
So I
Giant eagle has an 8 intelligence, by the
another
way.
token then.
Yeah, 8
you-
intelligence. It's a little
You
bit
kept
dumber
all
than
the
you.
other ones, right?
You're-
Mitnir?
Yeah, I
Something
took all
big.
the other ones from initially.
You're making your decisions at about the same. You have the same consciousness, basically.
24, is there anything around us or no? Like, is there anything like on the ground, like any corpses or any,
Looking around for not for living things, you do notice that there are some broken pieces of what you thought were rocks, but
Mhm.
they are in fact frozen pieces of body parts of various things that are just littered throughout the space.
I would make a medicine check.
As a giant
Nope,
bird,
it's an
though,
11.
I'm flicking snow at Cleary.
It's definitely some of those are parts of legs for sure. What would you say about Cleary?
I'm flicking like ice and snow at him, like with whatever, because he turned me into a bird. I'm like, what? And so I'm just like,
Mitnir, you're just strong. I thought that if anybody could carry us, it should be someone strong and reliable.
just stares him in the face, like eye to eye, just like.
All
Look,
right.
I kept you blue.
Blue eagle.
It's a blue eagle.
All right.
It's good.
I'm going with Mitnir. Cleary, you should probably do that too, since you're the one concentrating on keeping him a bird.
Mitnir, uppy.
I just climb.
understand?
I just scramble
I
up.
pick him up with like the beak, just like with the scruff of his thing.
Oh, will tear. That will tear. Please use the legs under the arms. Mitnir, please come on, just this once. Give me some leeway. I've done nothing.
I will scoop him up with like a talon.
I'm not carrying the guy anymore, right? Because he's dead.
I think we should just leave him at this point. I mean,
Okay.
all of his friends are dead.
Cool. Then now that I'm free, I'm just gonna turn into a giant eagle.
Well, you don't need to. That's why Cleary did it. Because we have,
I mean,
there are 6 of
I can
us.
do it.
Rob taking
I
care
mean,
of
it
it.
would be better if
Because-
Grim did it, because it's just
I
a
can
wild
do it for
shape.
5 hours too. So
Yeah.
Wait, 5
Okay.
hours?
Well,
your
total if
normal
he uses all his
is
wild
5
shape.
No, your total for wild shape is 5 hours. You can stay in B shape for 5 hours before reverting to your normal form.
Okay, so are we
What?
doing?
5 hours. Wow.
I thought
Are we-
it was 1 hour.
Polymorph is 1 hour.
Did
Probably
you?
worse than an hour.
Polymorph's 1 hour.
What?
Apparently it's 5
Yeah.
hours.
I'll turn into a giant eagle. And who else a giant eagle right now? Mitnir.
Well,
and
it was Mitnir, but Mitnir's is only an hour long, so
like, hey Mitnir. And the giant eagle will be like.
it's
Yeah,
gonna.
if I didn't know that you could just wild shape into an eagle, then yeah, I think that
We should have saved the
probably wouldn't have.
polymorph
we would have saved the polymorph.
because now we've already
Yeah,
used it.
but-
You might as well ride Mitnir and then get an extra
I
hour
think we
out of your
could-
wild
we could-
shape later on.
I just want to be able to fly too. I don't want to have to levitate again. That was boring.
Well, you were going to
Definitely-
ride a bird.
I don't want to be carried. I mean,
Sorry, Cleary. Apparently, we wasted your spell slot because this.
I will
People-
toss Cleary onto Grim's back.
Oh, right. Wonderful. Now I have one to ride all my own.
Graham will just like be like super like it's like some birdie chest out.
He's like, oh, could you carry me too? Because there are still mushrooms growing on your back. And they're looking at me.
Takes off fly.
Bropsy is going to be carrying the corpse.
Off Grim
She's
goes.
not comfortable leaving it behind.
Okay, there you go. You guys can carry the corpses then.
All right,
What's Sadie doing? Is she just flying or is she being carried?
I am
She's on my
riding
back.
Mitnir's back.
Oh, okay.
All right. So as you guys begin flying in the direction of the center, we'll go ahead and end our session there for today. And we'll pick up next week.
Nope.
Nope.
We can't
What?
next week. We
just can't.
We're working every evening next week.
Well, we'll pick up 2 weeks and we'll leave you guys on a 3 giant eagles flying a bunch of corpses and wizards
Hopefully,
around.
next time I won't be so upset. Because I'm actually upset.
Yes.
It's a rough situation. You have entered into the cauldron of strife.
Yeah.
It is not a good place.
Yeah. It's the Hunger
Thing
Games.
is strife.
I will admit, it took a lot for Mitnir not just be like, skunk with each one that went down and be like, done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Take coins.
Practical.
No,
that's
that's
like that's Grim's point of view. It's just like it's very like they're going to die anyway.
It is
'cause they're
very
not
practical.
they're not going to succeed. So you
On-
might as well just kill
On
them, take
paper,
them.
you're not wrong, but also, can we please stop murdering so many people just because it's convenient for us?
It's not convenient. It's necessary. They're going to die, and we will not die if we.
I'm
murder
They
just-
them.
might die, but it doesn't have to be our fault.
It wasn't our fault. It was their
If
fault.
they attack us and we kill them, that's their
It
fault.
doesn't have to be our doing.
We're
I
having some
No,
moral
When they're
predicaments,
going to
some
kill you,
some
it's
moral
going to be my
quandaries.
doing.
Can we end now?
So we'll be back in a couple weeks, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. We're gonna go party hardy.
Good night, everybody.
And remember, we did it for the rolls.
We did it for the.